Yes. Yeah.
All right, we're live.
Hey,
Hello
Pat.
there.
Hello. Oh, Jason is in
Jay's
the
here.
comments. I will try to stay on top of this. Hey, Jason.
All right. Well, welcome to anyone who listens to this later, because we are celebrating 500 subscribers on the Apostate Sisters channel.
Yes. I'm gonna give you a.
Oh my God, I'm listening to myself.
I'm gonna give you a virtual high five, Pat. Whoop, whoop.
Hey, high five, sister.
Yay! Awesome.
All right, so we have one guest here already. We're gonna add David Fitzgerald to the stage. Welcome,
David.
David.
There he is.
Hey,
Hello.
what's
Hey,
oh,
guys.
right, we just saw you.
Just
Funny
like
that.
it.
Funny that.
Awesome.
Well, super congrats to both of you for 500. Awesome milestone.
Thank you.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's
Thank
tea.
you so much.
I
Yeah, I was gonna say it's just tea. But yeah.
Well, we appreciate you supporting us, David. It was great to meet you in person at BajaCon, and now we've interviewed you, and it's going to go out relatively soon here.
Awesome.
And then you're also going to be, to everyone watching, you're going to be speaking at, it's Kansas City Oasis, correct?
That is correct. On November 10th.
November 10th. Okay. I'm going to have to miss that one, honey. I'm sorry, but I be there in spirit. So congrats to you on that. Yes, I'll try to make the next one.
Thank you.
Very nice. Very nice.
So how do you guys feel hitting the 500 mark?
Oh,
Good. Good. I guess I had a little bit of a moment though when I looked at Nancy's husband's travel blog thing or travel channel. That's just like, compilation videos that are really cool and stuff. And he hasn't done any promotion or anything. And he's got like 900 and some. And I was like, hey, that's not fair.
You're more
But it's okay.
Audience. You're more of a niche audience. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so our wedding video alone, we did the whole traditional, because he's from South India. We did the traditional, like Hindu wedding out there.
Yeah.
We have, how many is it now? Like 275,000 views on that one video alone. And
Bollywood.
Again, we're not promoting this. We're just, that's his channel. It's us traveling around the world. It's him skydiving, snowboarding, scuba diving in the Caribbean, whatever he's doing,
Well, that's what you guys need on your show, more scuba diving, clearly.
Apparently. Although, you know what? I need to back up. I really shouldn't shit on the 500 subscriber thing. We're far enough into the stream to say shit. I think so. Oh, hey, look at the trees. Thank you.
Look at the tree. Thank you, sweetheart. We love you.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't want to shit on it because, man, what did we say, Nancy? We had like 17 subscribers, we think, when we went live for the very first time on God Bless Granny.
How long ago was that?
February.
Oh,
middle of February.
Give
Is that pretty good? See, I don't know how this all works.
That's
It's just been fun.
That's
Okay.
awesome. Yeah. And especially you're doing something that there's those 17 that were out there needed to hear that. They needed that very much. And that's going to grow. That number is just going to continue growing. So.
Yeah, thank you. I think in fact Jay there in our chat, he was one of the very, very first ones to find us. I think even before we were on YouTube, because I had previously understood how to use the Anchor app to get things on Spotify, just more or less raw content, minimally edited, post it, away you go. And so that's how I started. And because he was out there looking for Worldwide Church of God resources, having also grown up in the cult, we think maybe he found us within a week or so.
How many members of the Worldwide Church of God do you think there are now?
Well, it's tricky because, as we had mentioned before, like the church split apart in a way. They changed the doctrine in the mid-90s. And so, therefore, they kept the Worldwide Church of God name for quite some time. It's changed now to Grace. Is it Grace Communion? International Grace Communion? But there were all these splinter churches that veered off by, former ministers or whoever the fuck wanted to take on Herbert W. Armstrong's.
Isn't it funny how the one true church always splits up into more churches? Yeah.
All throughout history, David. And we can trace it all the way back. Just
don't get me started.
I know, right?
Yes. Oh my gosh. Well, I'm excited to read your book, David. Like Playing God. Oh, hello,
Yeah, we've got
Aw.
6 kitties up here, so they may be making appearances throughout the day. Oh, here's
That's
one.
fine. Oh, I see. Jay is saying
We
that
got
the
them
first
all.
episode was about a week old or less last October.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so
Okay.
our very first episode was audio only. Like,
Oh,
okay,
wow.
we were not going to show our faces for. I don't know if we wanted to continue that way. Hey, Tim is here.
Tim's here. Hi, Tim.
Hi, Tim. And then when Godless Granny
Hey.
invited us on her channel, we're just like, fuck it. We're going to go on and show our faces. Here we are. Hi. Okay.
Nice. Good call on that, by the
So
way.
into it. Yeah.
Timothy.
David, great to see you. I feel honored to be in a live stream with you. My goodness.
Right back
Have
at
you
you.
guys ever been on a live
We have.
stream together?
You know,
I don't think we've ever met in person, have we? It's only through the internets.
yeah, through the internet. David was actually the very first person that I ever interviewed on my channel. Very first.
Really?
And I just interviewed him a few weeks ago, and so he's going to have another interview popping up on my channel very shortly. But he's been here
Oh,
from
cool.
literally day one for me. By the way,
Yes.
congratulations to you too. It's awesome. 500.
Well,
Woo!
Nice work.
Thank you. Thank you. Hi, Zaladir. Oh, my husband's in here too. Hey, Simon. I love
Hello. Hi,
Awesome.
everybody.
Yes.
Hmm.
Yeah. As I was saying, yeah, our early episodes, they were pretty horrible audio quality, and we didn't show our faces for I don't know how many episodes it was, but yeah, Godless Granny, thank you.
Mhm, no kidding. I think it was the first half. So 10 episodes of season 1 were audio only. And then after that, we were like, well, our faces are already out there. So let's do it.
Okay.
There you go. There you
I
go.
guess we're in it to win it now, right? And now we're partying with you, wonderful gentlemen here. Yeah.
Mhm.
Honestly, you guys make it look so easy. You're so comfortable with each other, and you've got great questions and all. It's like, well, why? Yeah, why not get your faces out there? Yeah.
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 Sometimes a little bit too comfortable. Now we openly tell dick jokes on our channel. Like we have no problems with that.
You say that like it's a bad thing.
No,
Ah,
I love
I'm
it.
just worried about monetization. Just gonna say.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
part
Do
of
let us
it.
know if there's something we need to not say while we're here. But it's all gonna
Oh.
be good. This show's all gonna be good.
We're not there yet, so it's fine.
If
Huh?
swearing was a thing during biblical times, there'd be swear words all over that fucking book. So there's already porn in the
You
book.
know what? I mean, there are still swear words in it. They're just all in ancient Hebrew and then translated into English, so we don't know what they are. But yeah, there's some filthy language in there.
Oh yeah, do tell.
Oh, the Old Testament prophets. Oh, they're cussing up a storm all the time.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Oh, both you guys know your Bible. The Bible, that's for sure. Yeah.
Well, and actually, you both know language stuff too. So, was swear words like in the way we think of swear words? Has that always been a thing in societies where it's like, oh, these words are just the ones that are like bad?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I'm not a black belt in linguistics the way I am with other stuff, but yeah, everything I've seen, it says, yeah, people were cussing up a storm back in the old days too.
Yeah. Well, hey, Joe. Hey.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Got Joe of the Kentucky Atheist. Are you two gentlemen familiar with him?
I'm not. Nice to
No.
meet you, Joe.
You too.
Nice
Jim.
to meet
Yeah.
you guys.
We just interviewed Joe as well. He probably won't come out for a little bit. He's got a couple people ahead of him, but I happened to find him by chance. I was looking up information on BajaCon because I knew Patty and I were going, and then he had this episode covering BajaCon content, right? Like you were talking to someone who was actually in attendance there, right, Joe? And then I found your channel. I'm like, oh, hell yeah, I'm going to add him because being an atheist, a very vocal atheist in the middle of rural Kentucky has got to not be easy, right? Salute this man right here.
Yeah.
Yes, I love the spaghetti monster, by the way. That's great. You can.
Oh yeah, I didn't change it from last night. I don't usually go out with that one, but
Yeah. Well, we were talking before about languages. I know David Tim here is. Would you call yourself a language expert, or you have an interest in languages, Tim, and you know quite a bit about like French and you know some Hebrew? Is that correct?
Yeah, I'm more of a wannabe than anything, but yeah, I have studied a lot over the years. I'm rusty and everything, but I do love it. I think it's amazing the way language works, and I love linguistics. But yeah, it's really cool, and I just I will say that the one thing that I was always amazed at was when I took Hebrew, they would, at one point they went through the Song of Solomon and they said there's a lot more eroticism in the Song of Solomon than you're aware of.
I'm sure.
Wow. I thought we knew about a lot too.
When it says something like his left hand is under my neck and his right hand embraces me, that word embrace does not mean embrace.
Yeah.
I love that. And actually, look at the trees is saying, I have heard that taking the Lord's name in vain means lying and saying that God told you to say it. Well.
Sure. Yeah.
Joe, it's great to... Sorry, David.
No, go ahead.
She said, Joe, it's great to see you. I'm down here in near Atlanta, Georgia. So one of my trips up to see family in Pennsylvania, I have to meet up with you and say hello in person.
Amber
Hello.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Hi, Amber.
Hello, honey. How are you?
Oh, it's all right. I literally just got home from work.
Oh, wow. Good timing.
Well, thank you
Thank
for
you for
having us
watching.
here right away.
Hell yeah.
We're more or less just kind of in the middle of introductions right now, honey. And I know this is actually the first time we're talking to you face to face. We're going to be collaborating with you on your channel pretty soon, but we've had a chance to talk, and I've been in your comments as well. And you also have a great channel if you would like to share.
Several.
I guess.
Yeah.
Several.
It's true. I've been busy. In fact, later on tonight, I'm going to be over on the transpositions doing the weekly trans news.
Awesome.
My main channel is Better Than Ember, hence the website betterthanember.com, where there's links to the other stuff I do. Book of Ember is chronicling my transition and dealing with mostly trans stuff. My main channel is counter-apologetics and counter-conspiracy theory stuff, although mostly what I've been doing lately is debate reviews and interviews with other secular folk.
Nice.
And Transparency Talk is the other one, where I interview trans people because the news isn't good enough. There's just
Absolutely.
we need more. We need hope. We need inspiration. So that's what that's for.
Great.
And you know what I love about this, which is the only thing that we are guaranteed to have in common is our disbelief in a God. And yet just knowing that, like, we can connect with all these wonderful people and have great discussions, and we may not agree with everything necessarily, but we can agree on that one thing. And that alone brings us together. I love it.
That's right. As I often say in everybody's channels, when you take a secular humanist standpoint and you add critical thinking, you inevitably come to humanism.
Oh,
yeah.
Yes. I will give a round of applause for that. That was great.
Patty, Nancy, could I ask a question?
We know we need to do.
I'm gonna drop in a second to do some things for my kids and also to give space for whoever's next in line to jump into your live stream. But before I drop, could I ask, what are kind of your goals for like where this is going to go? What do you envision the next 6 to 12 months or beyond? Like what's next on the agenda for you, and what would be a huge dream that, like, if it could come true, besides just growing the channel generically, but like what do you want to do in terms of your content and your dynamics?
Good question, Tim. I have not thought about that until this very moment, but I'm going to be bold here and say, take David C. Pack down. Yes. That is the man that imprisoned our mother for a very long time. Our father as well. He excommunicated our father. And then my mother actually had the balls to leave at some point, saying, oh, he's kind of controlling. No, he's a monster. And he is destroying lives. And I want to expose, if anything, that man right there. And I know Aaron Ra, he said he would be able to pop in tonight at some point, but he has done a whole series on David C. Pack, and he's one of the worst in terms of offshoots of the Worldwide Church of God, who went off and started their own church, is the Restored Church of God. Yeah. But other than that,
a lot more exposing what he's been doing.
Yes, and there's a couple great channels out there, like Ex-Restored COG, who is putting out content that he says in his sermons, and it's horrifying. Like literally telling his members, so like, you are not going to get in the kingdom of heaven unless you sell. If you're sitting on funds, if you're sitting on insurance, which they're not allowed to have insurance, but getting his people to say, oh, I have the exact date of doomsday, the end of the world, and you are going to donate right now, or you are not one of the righteous. He is one of the worst, and he's twisting minds, and he is taking advantage of people. So,
well,
I don't know about it.
I know, I can tell.
Sorry.
Nancy. you get going about him. For my piece, though, I feel like, if getting to the heart of things, like the David C. Packs of the world, is something that we can address in any way, like, great, I'm on board for that. But I think for my half of things here, I kind of see that there are so many cult kids that have come out, especially from worldwide, because the church collapsed instead of us like leaving. Where I think they just kind of filtered into society and are out there not really sure how to share their story or be heard or even realize that it's kind of fucked up, So I think by being here in the atheist space, we're ready we're going to be more informed, like the JWs and Mormons and whatever. Like, there's this Church of God branch too. So I think that's valuable. But I'd really like to create some sort of way that we do like a peer helping kind of system, like help empower and give tools to other cult kids so that when they encounter other cult kids in the wild, we can be here for each other, because it's such a, everybody's experience is going to be very unique to their denomination or whatever. But there's just these like extra layers of manipulation that go into something that's a high control environment. And so we can really help each other, I think, in a way that it's hard to find in like standard therapies that exist. There's just something that I think we can gain from other cult kids. And I'd love to start building that and fostering materials and resources for cult kids. Yeah.
Yeah, we focus a lot on healing the trauma and trying to like pull it out root and stem, so that we don't have to keep getting kids indoctrinated and then going through the same shit that we all went through. We have to deconstruct and like basically train your mind how to critically think again. And so, if we could put a stop to that, I feel like all of us in this space are playing some sort of role. We're certainly not going to be those people that are, going to be debating, or like atheist versus Christian. We have enough great content creators that do that. So we want to help heal the trauma and be sort of a safe space that people know they can come to. And there's not a lot of women in this space too.
Yeah,
it's true.
Like Stacy and Dee are supposed to pop in at some point too. But
sweet.
Yeah, I'm hoping everyone's just going to pop in whenever they're available. So we put the word out. But,
it's true. It's true. I wasn't sure if you'd met them yet, because I thought you guys would just love each other.
And we love them. We met them at BajaCon, and then we did interview on their channel. I don't remember exactly when it was, but pretty recently. And we are going to have them on our channel again soon. I know they're big into the topic of purity culture, which is something I think we all need to talk about more, especially from the female perspective. And I got very excited when the line did come out with the show Chewed Gum. It's brilliant. I watch it all the time. They're amazing. Yeah,
good. It's nice that women are getting spaces.
We have David Ward in our.
Tim, are you trying to head out of here?
Yeah, I'm going to jump off, get to my kids, but thank you all so much. You all are doing a great job. Please keep at it. You're amazing. We love you. And we're just so glad that you're part of the community. You're just doing amazing work. Keep it up. And we can't wait to see how this grows. And hopefully CPAC and all that, just there's an amazing bringing down of what he's doing, a great exposure, because we need to help people escape. I mean, whether it's mainstream Christianity or a cult, so to speak, we need to help people escape who are ready. And seeing people like you, like your story becomes someone else's survival manual. So thanks for what you're doing.
We hope so. Thank you, Tim. We love you.
Thanks, everybody.
Talk to you again soon. Bye.
Yeah. On the subject of growing and where you're going, as you're probably aware, at 500 subscribers, you can turn on the first stage of monetization, which gives you not only super chats, but also memberships, custom emojis, and all that stuff. Do you guys have any plans for that sort of thing?
So I'm not quite there yet on the watch time yet.
Yeah.
It's always
I don't know
a tricky
what that means, but yeah. So we got the two things.
I think that's hard for anyone. Yeah, get someone to watch a video all the way through. I'm guilty of it too. I'll be watching someone, and I watch you all the time, Ember and Joe. Like I'm there. I just can't. Like I'm in the middle of making dinner or whatever. I'm like, but I hear you guys.
Yep.
Yeah, it's hard to.
I do that to Joe all the time.
The hours. Yeah.
What's that? I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Amber.
Oh, I was just saying I do that to Joe all the time. Because I'm like, I'm endlessly doing like 50 different things at the same time. Like right now, I'm opening mail and processing a video file. Well, I'm about to start processing a video file because I just got home, and just there's endless stuff going on. So I'll like, if I see Joe's on, I'll just punch it up and I'll set usually my phone, and I'll like set it over there, and I'll do things and run around, and
Yeah.
So I get it.
For sure. Yeah.
Same. I know you're very familiar with Joe. I've seen you over on his channel as well, and vice versa. Yeah. Just want to give a shout out to our viewer, David Ward, who was in the comments. He was the second person we ever interviewed on our channel, also an atheist, and so he is also in this space and a fellow survivor of the Worldwide Church of God. He was in it in mostly the 70s, 60s, 70s, and so he got a bit of a different take than we did. So hello, David. Thank you for being here.
Feel free to check out his interview on our channel.
Yes, David.
Get that watch time going.
That's right. I know.
Yes.
Oh, well, let's see. Who hasn't gotten to talk about their stuff? Maybe Joe and David. I'm not sure if you got to promote yourself.
We'll let David go first. He was here first.
Well, no, I had a chance already, and I think people know me already. But yeah, let's hear from you, Joe.
Okay. So I run the channel, The Kentucky Atheist. I just have a lot of conversations with people in the community, also a few atheists here and there when it comes up, but not really my focus. I try to just give a perspective about things from someone who grew up in a fundamentalist, young earth creationist type religion from Eastern Kentucky. And I spend a lot more time. I mean, I don't care to talk about the facts of issues and stuff, but I spend a lot of time just having fun with it and mocking a lot of the crazier things that are said out there, the Kim-Ams and stuff like that.
Not in
Wait,
Kentucky.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say, Joe, didn't you say when we were talking the other night that you literally have snake handlers down the road from you?
Oh yeah.
I mean, that blows my mind.
Right?
Well, and you're getting banned all over the place now, aren't you, Joe, on social media and stuff? And I responded to you. I was like, well, that means you're doing something right. You know that.
Right?
So congratulations to you.
Well,
Just being an atheist in Kentucky, that's an amazing accomplishment already.
Right?
That's off to you.
well, whenever I came out with the channel, The Kentucky Atheist, something really great happened with that is I started to meet a lot of other atheists from Kentucky. And
Nice.
we get the same story over and over that they feel isolated in the places that they're at because there's not much atheist representation here. And some of them have started to make their own content and stuff now too from it. Robin Webster does my political show with me, has her own channel.
Robin's so awesome.
And several others, but
Yeah.
Hell
Shout
yeah.
out Robin.
That's right. Literally everyone loves Robin. Like
Yeah.
I have met 0 people who are not fans of Robin. It's like not just apathetic, not just Robin's okay. Everyone loves Robin.
I need to
my
find
husband
this
and Dad.
Robin.
Oh, I'm sorry. There might be a little bit of a lag here. My husband is asking what a snake handler is.
Oh, well, yeah.
It's not
Joe
me,
wanted
I know.
to.
Oh,
Well,
did we scare Joe away with snake handlers? So that's usually a Pentecostal thing, although they're not exclusive to Pentecostals. Aaron, for example, is also a snake handler, but that's a whole different type
That's a
thing.
different thing. Yeah.
Yes, it's people who literally believe the extended portion of Matthew or Mark. I forget which one.
I want to say
But
Mark.
where it says, where the Bible says that you can toss around snake venom can't hurt you. You can heal anything by laying on hands and all that other shit that doesn't actually happen. So that
And fun fact, that wasn't originally in the Bible either. That was a later forgery that we got sent in.
Wow.
It's like double ridiculous if it wasn't.
That's right.
Already. Yeah.
My goodness. Well, I
I
will
know.
have to explain to him more in depth. Thanks for that explanation, Amber. So he's from South India, and so he was raised.
Oh, okay. So he's thinking of like an entirely different kind of snake handler sort of thing. Yeah.
I was going to say, we
India.
saw snake charmers when we were there. I wonder
Yeah?
if they use kind of similar techniques.
Yeah.
Yes. So it should be a double
Snake
entree.
handler.
Yes, exactly.
That's right. That's right.
I mean, I thought it was, so it's fine. Hey, Ember, you have a second you that wants in. Do you want this whatever added to the stage?
That's probably a screen share. Yeah, if you
Okay.
wouldn't mind.
Sure. Okay.
So obviously, this is the channel y'all are watching right now. You can see they're live. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please take care of that. But also, watch time. So, like, comment, share, do all of those things. Definitely tell your friends. Say, hey, you guys should, you fellow atheists, you should check out this new channel I found. Because that's how word spreads. The algorithm is no good. You have to actually tell people.
Okay.
But if you find yourself like cleaning your room or making dinner or whatever, come to this little playlist tab. There's a bunch of playlists here. Just click one of the playlists and just hit play all. Just let them play while you're doing your thing. Build up that watch time. And if you help out in this way, once that watch time hits the requisite number, these two can turn on memberships. And then you can get a little badge next to your name. You get a free super chat every month. You can play with custom emojis. It's so much fun. And you can help just by playing stuff. So, yeah.
Yay.
Do you guys have...
Thank you. Yay. I'm going to learn how to YouTube. Thank you. That was amazing.
Do you guys have a Patreon too I can sales pitch?
Yes, I just made a Patreon.
Oh, let's see if we can find it. Let's see.
Okay.
While we're over here,
Figure
like,
out
where
all
the
this.
fuck did we put it again? There's Durante Lamar on there. Yep. Carrie Walker,
Oh, yeah.
Clergy Project. We've
I'm
interviewed some
guessing.
wonderful people.
You got it.
18
Ooh,
plus content.
ooh.
gets
It's
a little
adult content. Oh my. I found it though. Look at that. All right, what do we got?
Siblings, yay!
First level, Sinful Siblings. I love it. You get your name in the credits and general support, which makes sense.
Oh, yay.
Is that
That's
the
it for
only
now.
level so far?
Yep.
Okay.
Awesome.
okay.
Okay.
So yeah, if you want to help support the channel right now, you can do that too. You can help out and you get to put your name in the credits and be eternally commemorated as a producer of wonderful content.
Well, thank you, Ember. I appreciate it. Oh, thank you.
Aw,
Lucy,
thanks. Look
sharing
at
on
the trees.
channel.
Thank you
Awesome.
so
Okay.
much. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll learn. But then I have to do more peopling, and that's hard for me. So I'm going to learn a lot. Thank you,
Well,
Ember.
if you want to cheat, you can just go back and clip out that section and run it as an ad for yourself, like before or after stream, in the middle of a stream, whatever you want to do.
Aw, thank you.
Ember,
Oh
you-
my gosh.
You know,
It's working anymore, but I'm going to do the little heart.
Solitaire Kids, but I have another channel that I'm building. What did I call it? The Atheist and Skeptic. Fuck. It's youtube.com @ Skeptics and Humanists, I think. I'll double check. But that's the point of that channel, is to introduce people to more creators. Because
Right.
I used to do a series of videos where I would run through creators that I wish I'd heard about sooner, that nobody told me about until months and months later. And I'd be like, here's 20 more creators you probably haven't heard of, because I hadn't. And I do that, a few times, but I haven't done one since New Year's. And I've been getting, like, Captain Dadpool came at me in the Daily Atheist Morning Show chat. He's like, you need to do a thing again, because there's so many new creators. And I'm like, okay. So I was planning to do one, and the list got over 100 channels long. And I'm like, this is crazy. Joe and I were talking on a stream just a couple of days ago. And I'm like, let's just make a channel to do that. Let's make a channel for showing off other channels.
So
And
fun.
then the content will just be there,
And we'll just grow. Oh, yeah, I
Love
appreciate
it.
that. Because
I love
otherwise, you add one content creator, then you find them from there. That would be great, Ember. Yeah.
Mhm,
Yeah.
mhm.
If now this part's still in development. The general idea is I got from Chris at the Daily Atheist Morning Show how to do a single shot 24-hour live stream. So what I want to do, and I'm not sure it'll work, I haven't tested it yet, Joe's going to be my guinea pig, is we're going to run 23 hours of highlights as a live stream, and then Joe's going to be over on my channel for, an Atheist Lives interview on Sunday night. That's going to be the 24th hour is the interview. And that'll go out on all the channels. If it works, people will get like a good select, like with Talk Heathen and the Atheist Experience, have those highlight clips that are constantly running. It'll be like that. It'll be a sample, and then there'll be the interviews. And I'm going to upload the past Atheist Lives interviews I've done, and then going forward, again, hopefully, it's still experimental, we'll do the same sort of thing. Now, YouTube only saves live streams up to 12 hours, so it won't do the full 24-hour stream, but we'll run the full 24 hours so that maybe someday in the future, we'll be able to have 24/7 content of check out these creators kind of stuff. And I thought it'd be neat.
I think that's great. And yeah, if there's that many new ones coming online all the time, let's definitely get that going. Because I mean, there's got to be somebody for everybody, you know?
That's so encouraging.
I blame Neil, the 604 atheist, because I mean, while all of us have been encouraging people, if you think you have a voice but you're not sure you can do this, go for it anyway, because everybody's got a different perspective. You never know what it is in your experience that's going to connect with someone and help them get free of the nonsense. So, but Neil has been doing it for years. He's like, if you have something to say it. Yes, your first few episodes are going to suck. They're going to be the worst you ever do, though. You'll learn. You'll get better. Just do it. And so, yeah, I blame Neil because he's been spreading this gospel for ages.
I love it. And what a wonderful person he is.
Yeah, he just really cares about community. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
It really does. Yeah. We met him at BajaCon as well. Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
And we
I wish I could have gone.
Well, yeah. Oh, that would have been great. Maybe next year, Ember.
Maybe. I mean, I'm literally across the lake. Like I could have taken a rowboat.
Yeah,
but
what? I thought you were going to say,
I don't have a passport yet.
I couldn't do it. Oh, you got to
I'm on the wrong side of the border, and I don't have a passport yet. I just got my birth certificate, like right before my birthday. So I still have to do the passport thing, but there's no time for anything.
I feel that.
We hear you. We could have stopped to see you on the way back to the airport in Detroit. That would have been.
I don't think we knew Ember yet. That's
I'd be a little bit out of the way. I'm on the New York side of. Maybe it's a different lake.
We'd have to go.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure if he's going to show up, but Jay, who's been in the chat here, I just wanted to call out, is our social media manager. So he's been helping out creating all of the little shorts and promos that you've been seeing go out. So yay. Thank you to Jay for all of your contributions. Yep. He was another cult kid with us and was like, well, we always joke about him being our number one fan, but he is quite possibly the first person that found the podcast.
And if you haven't seen our season 2, episode 1, it's on masturbation. Jason is also featured in that episode, and that is a funny episode. We have so much fun. Go check it out. So
that is a great episode. That was a lot of fun. That one was.
Oh, thanks. I'm glad you liked it. We're trying to create a little bit more humor in this space too. You know, we've heard it before. Cult kids rarely feel like they can actually laugh about things and have fun, because if you are, you're probably sinning. You're probably doing something wrong. So I think, Patty and I have been deconstructing that to be like, it's okay to appreciate people like what we are right now and seeing the good in them, not like, oh, are they saved? They're going to go to the kingdom of heaven. No, we can do all these things and not feel guilty about it. We can have joy in our lives, and it's not a sin. That was so freeing. And we try to create a space where people can be themselves and goof off and be as dirty as they want. All of that. Bodily autonomy. We cover bodily autonomy a lot. So
yeah. I mean, I think so much comes back to that. It's really important.
It really does, especially for us.
Everything does.
Right.
Yep.
Now more than ever. More than ever.
David said you didn't wear your masturbation t-shirt today, Nancy. Hand injury? Well, I got a great one for our circumcision episode, David.
Oh,
Don't
dear.
worry, it's coming. That's the t-shirt I wore to Baja Con on day one when I have Seth Andrews sitting across from me, and then all of a sudden Forrest Valkai sits next to me.
It was amazing.
My masturbation shirt. Hello. That was
Fabulous.
a great time. I can't wait for next year. And we will be at Free Flow if anyone else is going. Is anyone going to Orlando come March?
Ooh, I'm illegal in Florida.
Oh, no.
Wow. That sounds fun. Or not. Do you want to tell more?
Your show, Ember. Oh my God, this will be a lot of fun.
Oh, hello, Josh.
We're all a quiver.
Oh, Josh, you're in Urbana. Hey, I'm over in Champaign. Hey, buddy. He lives locally. Awesome.
I do want to
Neighbors
say
and
that
things.
you guys made a great point a minute ago that so you talked about having fun with this and stuff, and the atheist community has become very diverse, right? So we've got experts in all different kinds of areas,
Right.
from theology to any branch of science you want to look at, and so those resources are there, and it makes it possible that we can have conversations about the ins and outs of why we may not believe some particular aspect of religion or whatever, but also when speaking to the community itself, which continues to grow, have fun. That's important. Have fun with it and talk about those things, because not every atheist now is out searching for facts to be able to just refute whatever claim it is that's being made. Sometimes, there is a community there that just wants to talk about how they feel about these things and have a little bit of fun with like-minded people. And so it's really important that there are people doing that too. So,
Right.
Mhm.
Well, and I think along the lines of the fun thing, we as kids in the high control environment kind of couldn't have fun. If we were doing something that seemed like we were having fun, it wasn't okay internally, and the feedback externally. And I think especially because our church fell apart from underneath us, I think there's kind of a lot of people our age and just a little bit older that were almost fully formed adults when that happened. And we just kind of got left, in the wild. And I think a lot of us found our way to some form of evangelicalism, but we're all carrying kind of the same crap about it. And to be able to laugh in the face of purity stuff that was thrown at us and the hell things and all of that jazz, it's to be able to swear as much as we want and do dirty things.
Fuck yeah.
It's kind of oh, we're being so bad. But are we being bad? No. We're not being bad. It's not bad. There's nothing. We're not hurting anyone. We're just exploring being a human and all of that. And so it's I love this idea that the idea of the Apostate Sisters might be getting good at being bad. And
that's a motto right there.
It's a t-shirt, my friend. It's a t-shirt.
Yeah.
Someday. But what I would really like is for I mean, I don't know that I have the time to be one-on-one with this many people, but that idea of peer helpers, okay, so let's get real about it. Maybe there's a woman that hasn't been able to get herself off because of the purity culture messaging.
Right.
And she's scared as all get out to go to a sex shop and buy herself a toy or something.
Not okay. That is not okay.
So it's I would want to do that. I would want to do something, talk to them, provide resources, something, so that she can feel empowered enough to seek that for herself and finally own her own body. These things matter.
Yeah.
So
absolutely. I feel like this is the time we should put out a shout out to Recovery from Religion Foundation.
Oh, hell yeah.
You guys are
Great.
right on the same mission. And
Yeah.
do some collab. because you guys are a perfect fit.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
I used to live in Madison too, so I was right there where their that's where their home base is, right?
And that's Freedom from Religion Foundation.
Huh?
I think you're thinking of Freedom from Religion Foundation.
Oh, I'm sorry. I get the two mixed up all the
You're
time.
also awesome.
Religion Foundation and recovering from religion. Yes.
Yeah, they both do really important work.
Absolutely.
Although it's interesting that those two things come up, RFR and the mention of sex shops, because one of the representatives of RFR is Helen Green, who is a fantastic person herself, big part of the community. She's active on the ACA and all over the various channels and whatnot. But she's also friends with Brentley, the punk apostate, who as you know, pitches for Adam and Eve. That's sort of his running joke slash sponsor thing. It's fun how everything's interconnected.
I know, agreed.
Very small world. Yeah.
And on the note of interconnected and sex shops, I just got nailed here on my Audible app.
Ember got
nailed.
I actually I have to confess, David, I have not listened to it yet, but now it's on my list, and I'm gonna, because I've heard lots and lots of good things.
Well, I can't wait to hear what you think. Yeah.
Outstanding. And now we have Mikey Famine on from the 604 Atheist, as well as Godless Granny. Hi, Kelly. Feel free to you guys go ahead and jump on. And thank you to Eyes Opening Heart Realigning. We just got
Scotland. Woohoo!
Subscriber from Scotland. I have been to Scotland, honey. A beautiful, beautiful country that you live in. It's amazing. I look forward to coming back. Thank you for jumping on here.
Thank you, Pet
Hello. Yes. Yay.
Oh, wait, I can do a thing.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, sorry, you guys. I just remembered I can put banners on the screen. Sorry. First live stream.
Is this the first live stream?
It is.
Ever. Yes.
Wow.
Thank
Yay.
you.
Okay,
Awesome. Okay, we can get to y'all now.
I'm gonna backtrack and do everybody's comments now.
We'll get there.
Yep.
Oh, look, we're all there. Yay.
Yay.
That's right.
Hello to Granny too.
Godless Granny is on, and I met Godless Granny recently in person too. Oh.
Very cool.
Yep, Granny and Mikey are here. Thank you. Yes.
Okay, I'm going backwards. Just so everyone knows.
That's okay. Again, learning
time travel.
Hey, ISO, where in Scotland are you out of?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah.
I was there for the Fringe Festival in Edinburgh.
Nice.
It was a fucking blast. Holy shit.
There's Granny. Back
Yay.
at ya. Okay, this next one I need some.
David, put David's comment.
Okay. All right, I'll come back up after Mikey. Okay, I need to understand. I know Mikey's joking here in some way, Tia and Tamara, but I don't get it.
Oh, it's there's this old show. I think they moved it to Disney Plus or something, but it used to be on ABC. Saturday morning. It's a 90s thing. Tia and Tamara were on. They're twin sisters, and the show is called Sister Sister. Super creative.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Okay,
Yes,
I understood a culture reference. I never do that. It's because it's so old, you see.
Makes sense. Okay.
I'm sorry, Mikey. I didn't mean to call you old.
Oh my god, that's so funny. Okay. All right, fine. I'll put this one up. It's so embarrassing. It's so embarrassing. Okay, I'm gonna take it off now.
Masturbation episode. Yes.
Okay, look at you can see on my neck way down here. You can tell I'm blushing. Okay.
Is that where you blush?
Covered in makeup. Yeah. Well, when it's not covered in makeup, yeah. That's
Oh goodness.
Am I the only one drinking today? Okay.
The only one what now?
Am I the only one drinking? Well, you're smoking, Ember, so that's fine.
Well, vape, but you know, it takes a minute. I have coffee.
Great meeting you, Granny.
It's kind of.
I've got to drive soon, or I would be right there with you, Nance.
Yes. It's a
I
topic.
did enough drugs for everybody earlier in my life, so.
Right. Yes.
Kitty!
Okay, just north of Edinburgh, across the Forth Road bridges. Okay, perfect. Beautiful area. Awesome.
So since this is your first live stream, I have to inform you, there is a rule. When a kitty appears on screen, you have to make that window full screen.
Ah.
Woo!
Well,
All right, can make me learn things. Fine,
I was gonna
fine.
say, we actually have 6 kitties in the room with us and a dog. So we could be playing bingo.
That's a lot of pussy. Can you handle it all, David?
Oh, it's not the only pussy in this house either. Let me tell you.
I know.
That sounded
I'm
better in my head when.
Oh no, the cat went away. I just figured it out. Damn it.
I know you're into pussy, David. I'm about to read your kinky novel.
Yay!
So cute. Aww.
Aw, hey, Kiki.
All right, we'll just grab them at random as we can.
Huh?
We'll just grab them at random as we can.
Yes.
That's right.
Here.
Okay.
Whichever one comes in front of you, huh?
One more kitty. Yay, kitty.
Another one.
Aww. Like the furry ones. Oh, so
Ember, is that a rule forever and always?
Yes. I've never seen a violation, so I don't know what happens if you don't do it, because people always do it. It's one of those. It's like missing Christmas, you know. It's. I guess you can, but who does that?
I mean, we miss Christmas every year because our cult didn't celebrate it. So
Oh, I see.
we have a lot of making up to do.
children.
Yeah.
Oh, and we
you,
didn't do
Solidaire.
birthdays.
Sure.
Aw.
Ooh, birthdays is rough.
I know. It's
That's
so
like
sad.
it's like your personal holiday. It's the one time you have an excuse to be a little bit narcissistic and be like, let's celebrate me, bitches.
You could.
I mean, that was the problem. 'Cause
Yeah.
Then you would take your eyes off of God.
Yeah, yeah. Early
Oh, that's
Christians.
just a nice message.
I don't know if Worldwide Church is God's stance on it, but early Christians hated birthdays.
Oh,
I'm sorry. What was that?
Early Christians hated birthdays. That was a pagan thing. So
Oh,
Those
that's
those
why we
dastardly
hated it.
pagans.
it's like
I
being
know.
born into this sinful world. That's nothing. It's your glorious martyrdom. That's what you celebrate. Yeah.
true.
That
there
explains
we
a bit.
go.
There's Jason. Hey, bud. There
Hey,
you
That's nice
everyone.
comment.
Hello.
Hey, Jason.
Thought I'd just drop
Hello.
in. I'm on break right now at my main job, so figure I'd come in and tell you guys congratulations.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Jason. Thanks for all your support.
Yeah.
We appreciate it.
Yeah.
So JJ has been helping us with our social media. I mentioned that earlier, but there he is.
Yes. People have asked if he has a channel, and he doesn't. Maybe at some point, but so
Maybe.
you can collab with us,
We're
right?
trying.
You can pick any of these wonderful people to collab with as well. So, yay. Welcome to
Yeah.
the team. But
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm glad you guys are doing so well,
yeah.
especially recently. It's just been kind of blowing up, so it's been
Thank
pretty
you.
pretty awesome to be a part of it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Jason and I love to talk about aliens, UFO type of shit, UAPs. We're kind of nerdy, and so we are at the
No.
forefront here of making sure we get all the news in. And I think it was Captive Desk. I haven't connected with him yet, but I know Ember and Joe, I think you have.
Mhm.
Captive
Yeah,
Desk.
Dave is cool. Hail Bigfoot.
Yeah. Yes. He's talked about UFOs, and I remember that episode. So I was like, yeah, we'll reach out to him at some point. Yeah.
Yeah. Another person that might be good for that particular subject is Bumblebee from Hivesci.
yeah.
One of her primary things is cryptids of all kinds.
Awesome. Oh, Nancy and I were talking about doing like a biblical cryptids thing after we're done with some bodily
Oh.
autonomy.
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what's funny about that is cryptids were one of the few things that, as a Christian, I could appreciate and say, "Oh, this is a cool sci-fi thing that doesn't necessarily go against the Bible, like UFOs or you know."
Does
But,
UFOs
Yeah.
go against the Bible?
not well, you know, aliens. It kind of starts asking messy questions if you think there's aliens out there.
Yeah.
But like,
But
ghosts-
Bigfoots, there's
Bigfoot.
nothing against Bigfoots in the Bible.
Loch Ness monster, yeah, that's all good.
Mhm.
I suppose, yeah.
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 Well, JJ and I are up here in the Pacific Northwest, so we're deep into Bigfoot country here.
Country.
Yeah.
Mhm.
He
Oh,
doesn't
yeah.
wander into the city very much, though, so I think I'm safe.
Yeah.
That's what they want you to think.
I know, right?
Isn't it kind of weird, like not believing in God, but yet I kind of have a fascination with cryptids in a way. It's interesting, but I
adds
don't
mystery
look
to
at
the
them
world.
as. I'm sorry.
It adds mystery to the world.
Yeah.
It does, and I don't look at them as supernatural, like Tucker Carlson does, and like no.
David Ward hugs them out.
Oh yeah. I'm sorry.
Yes.
Oh, I just wished him a happy Sukkot.
Oh, is that how you pronounce it? Sukkot? Okay.
I think he's saying, so his backstory is that he grew up in the church, but he left. He's an atheist now, but his family is still in some form of it. And so they're still doing like the old holy days, the old Jewish holy days with different names, or it looks like maybe they're back to the not different name now, but yeah. So they're off still being the same cult thing that we were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have full frontal investigation here now. Hey, bud. We met you over on Brentley's channel as well. Punk Apostate.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, hey, welcome.
Nice.
Godless Granny has a viewer in France.
Yeah.
Have you two gone into your channel analytics yet and seen where around the world your viewers are from?
A little bit. It's like about 50% US, but everything else they tell me is like 1%. So I'm like, that's not how math works, guys. So I don't know. The analytics are still a little bit of a mystery to me.
Like Brazil, we have a lot of viewers in Brazil, as far as I know, because I think
That happens a lot.
Herbert W. Armstrong did make his way down there for sure.
The Philippines too, and that one I'm pretty sure Armstrong had like his schools or whatever he said he was doing, like when he had to become philanthropic looking in the 80s. You know? Yeah. Oh, full frontal. Thank you. Let's say this. Oh, I'll go back to David.
Oh, 5.
Yeah, that's exciting. Thanks for. Oh yeah, like and subscribe, everybody.
Thank you for.
I gotta get better at saying that. Okay, so this is.
Hey, Nitty.
Oh, hi, Nitty.
I know about
Nitty
because on Punk Apostate's channel, I was told. Well, Patty and I were told to go over to Maya Atkinson. I don't know if I'm saying her name right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bad Science Sunday.
I've seen her around in different places, and I haven't gotten on that train yet. I need to do that.
I watched an episode of hers, and they were talking about nitties and vaginas the whole episode. I'm like, yeah.
That's right. That's what I mean about custom emojis. Maya has some of the best emojis on her channel. So for anybody who doesn't know, Maya does a live stream every Sunday night at 9:30 Eastern called Bad Science Sunday, where they review like prophets and doomsayers, and one of the most popular ones recurring is Mud Fossil University, which is where the stone vaginas come from, because Roger thinks everything is stone vaginas.
All right, at that moment we have stone vaginas, then now we have an
that's
Aaron
right.
Bob.
And
You came just in time to talk about vaginas. Welcome.
Welcome, Aaron.
How do you do? How do you do all?
Speaking of snakes,
Oh, I know. We were talking about snake handlers earlier.
Ah, well, coincidentally, I have a boa here and here and here.
Oh.
2 Russian rat snakes here. Well, that's a parrot. These are 2 rats. And right there, I have my baby reticulated python.
Nice.
Outstanding. Wow. Patty the corn snake.
Happy belated birthday, Aaron.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Happy belated birthday. When was it?
What is today? 2 days ago, 15th.
I don't even know.
Yeah, I was born in 62, and now I am 62.
That's a moment in time.
Yeah, the Kennedy was still president for like 3 months, 2 months, something like that.
Yeah. Very nice.
So how are all things? And I didn't think it was vaginas that were supposed to get hard.
I knew you'd have something to say about that. Oh, David, you're covered up.
Oh,
He jumped right in there. Oh shit. Oh. Is there a logo?
Here. I'll fix it. There we go.
Awesome.
Better.
Oh, and I got 2 more boas behind me. I
Oh,
forgot.
Oh,
great.
nice. Oh, Solidare, you're a valid atheist. It's okay.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
accept non-former
Yes.
Christian atheists.
Be
Yeah.
grateful.
I know, right? I just always wonder, what the heck would that be like?
Yeah.
What are we talking about?
Oh,
Oh.
atheist from birth, you know.
Oh,
Mhm.
yeah, wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, we were kind of all over the place, but yeah. How's Dallas, Aaron? I know I said my husband and I would be down there at some point, so you could give us like chicken wings so hot that it would blow out our assholes, right? That's still up for grabs.
Yeah, you come down to where we live, and I'd be happy to take you for the hottest wings I've had on this continent.
Awesome. Okay, will do. Will do.
Don't do it. Don't do it, Nancy. The
I-
devil drag you under for sure. You go down to Dallas with him.
I might not, but my husband might. He's from South India.
That's true. That would be interesting. Interesting.
The hotter, the better. Like, just yeah.
Oh, Samant, you're gonna love Aaron. Yeah.
Oh, Simon has met Aaron. In fact, yeah, we drove up to the front. We met Aaron at Baja Con, by the way, and we pull up front. My husband and I drive a Rivian, and Aaron just walks out of the hotel and looks at it. I was like, he's like, "What's the horsepower on that?" I was like, "Do you want to drive it?" He didn't say anything. He just got in the driver's side. He's like, "Let's go."
When I saw the truck and them standing next to it, I said, "That's a Rivian. That's 800 horsepower. That's like 4 motors. There's a motor per tire." And he goes, "Well, it's actually 835 horsepower or something like that." Yeah, I'm down. Yeah,
Aaron,
I don't know what it means,
in
but
3 seconds. It's a pickup truck. That's 0 to 60 in 3 seconds. Do you know what that feels like?
Woo!
Imagine hanging your body weight off the steering wheel.
Yikes! Yikes!
I mean, yeah, I could never go back now. I just, yeah.
I'm going to step out, guys.
Of, technology. I'm sorry?
I'm going to take off, guys. I've got to go fulfill some membership obligations and stuff.
Sure.
Oh yeah,
So,
that's right. You've got a stream starting. Shit, I've got to go too. I've got news a little bit later. But congrats again, folks. Lovely
Yeah.
chatting
mention your
with
channel
everybody.
one more time, y'all. Mention your channel before you go.
Yes, please.
Go for it, Joe.
Okay. Congratulations, first of all, and thanks for having me on, guys. And anyone that wants to find me over at the Kentucky Atheist, we're always having fun over there, doing political shows once a week to cover the importance of this upcoming election. And like and subscribe over there. Thanks, guys. Have a great one. See you later, everybody.
Subscribe.
Nice to meet you.
Bye,
Dave.
Joe.
Nice to see you, Aaron.
Thank you.
Keep up the
Nice
good
to
work,
meet
and
you, Jason. Okay, thank you.
Cheers.
Bye. Yeah,
Huzzah. Huzzah. Yep, and I'm on Transpositions News, youtube.com @ the Transpositions, and that's at 8 p.m. tonight. So yeah, congrats, folks, and I'll see y'all later.
Bye, Ember. We look forward to
Bye.
connecting again soon.
Bye.
Bye.
Awesome.
All right.
Yeah,
So on that note, I have to go back to my day job.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Unfortunately, I
Damn
know.
it. Thank you so much for
Gotta
stopping
pay the
in.
bills. I know.
Yes,
Yeah.
thanks, Jason.
Yeah. I just wanted to tell you guys
Oh,
what a gift it was to actually find you, like from the very beginning. Got connected with you both, made great friends. It's been a ride. It's been amazing. So, yeah.
Aw, we love
We
you.
love having you in
Yeah, I
our
love
life.
you guys too.
Thank you. Yes.
Yeah. All right.
We'll see you
Thank
later.
you.
All right. You guys all have
Bye.
take care now. See
All
ya.
right.
Yeah.
See you
Bye.
later.
Bye.
Bye. Aaron, what did you do? They
What
all
a mess this is
you
turning
scared everyone
into.
off?
Oh.
What?
Don't put that on him. Come on now.
Okay.
Oh my goodness! Look at this. Eyes opening wants to go to Baja Con for her birthday, flying from Scotland. How awesome is that?
Oh,
Yay.
nice. That's where we got to meet everybody that's on screen right now.
Yes.
Aaron, have you gone to Baja Con too every year that it happens? Is it 3
No, I've
years
only
it's happened?
the one where you met me. That was the second one for me.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Same
Do you think
here.
you'll go again?
Yeah. I think I'm invited to the next one.
If they'll have
Okay.
us, we're there. Sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
as a speaker. Yeah, you both were speakers at BajaCon, actually. Yeah.
Yep.
Great.
Yeah,
Shout
how
out to BajaCon. That really is an amazing conference. Yeah.
Isn't it?
It was a
It's
lot
so,
of
and they keep it so simple, but it's just so good, so rich.
Yeah.
Um, what about did we ask everybody here free flow?
Yeah, Free Flow will be at. I know Seth Andrews and Forrest Valkai will be there, and a bunch of hot, intelligent women. So it's going to be a great time. Yes.
I've been to Free Flow. I think it was 3 years ago, but I haven't been since.
I've never been to Free Flow. I would love to go to Free Flow. So talk to your Free Flow friends and say, hey, get Jay Fitzgerald there.
Yeah, well, I think I might have been at the last Free Flow, except that my wife and I were speakers on the Free Thought Cruise.
Okay, yeah.
So that was a bucket of chuckles.
Awesome. Okay.
How's Lalandra? How's she doing?
Oh, she's got a job starting on Monday, so she's gonna be like working full time again. She's writing.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, she's got a degree in science writing and is finally putting that to use.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
And then she fosters dogs. So we currently have 7 dogs in our house.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And how many snakes, Arn?
No one knows.
At least 70.
Oh,
Somewhere between 70 and 75.
So are you and Matt Dillahunty and Arden Hart having a snake off and see who can have the most snakes?
The funny thing is that
Right?
we got heavy into snakes at the same time they did, coincidentally unaware of each other. We found out that we were both into the hobby when we ran into each other at a Repticon.
oh, no way.
Yeah.
Too funny.
That's amazing.
What?
We're both walking into a reptile convention and we're like, oh, you're into this too? How many do you have? And at that time they had something like 40 and we had something like 40.
Wow.
So,
It's an atheist miracle.
But they're breeding now, so they have hundreds.
Wow. Yeah.
Right.
We haven't successfully bred anything yet because to keep costs down, we buy babies.
Gotcha.
Oh, okay. Are you planning on breeding though?
Because with some of these snakes, they can be dangerous. If you buy a snake that is an adult that somebody else has used, I mean, it had like kept it had been like breeding or whatever, then some of these people might have raised them like livestock. And in fact, I did get a snake that was raised like livestock,
Like enclosed in a pen.
Yeah, just for breeding purposes. So we get this snake, it's a beautiful snake, and I have her out and I handle her because I'm a keeper. I mean, I keep all my snakes. I take them out places with me and that. So I'm on a podcast with this 7-foot Dominican red mountain boa around my neck.
Hey, Ollie.
Hi, Ollie.
And she just decided to turn my lights out.
Oh no!
What?
Yep. So I'm on a podcast with this 7-foot boa wrapped around my neck, and all of a sudden my voice is like this, and I have to pull it to find the tail.
What? Oh no!
You kept recording.
I mean, thankfully people were watching. Holy shit.
Yeah, I had to peel her off me before I stopped breathing.
Boy, that would have gone viral, though.
Right? Yeah, there's a way to get views. Arn Rahm was killed by a snake.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, killed it, constricted to death on camera.
Okay, I have an idea. Can you go get one of those snakes right now?
Oh,
and we'll make it happen right now.
Do it, Aaron.
If you want to help boost the channel.
I fed all my snakes yesterday and the day before. I have that still need to be fed today. My false water cobra, who's an absolute peach, and I love her, but she's enormous.
Yeah.
And I take her places. I take her out to beer gardens and stuff. She has more of a socialite than a lot of people. I have a Texas indigo snake, and I have my baby, my new one. This is one my wife bought for me. My albino lavender reticulated python.
Excellent.
I will
there's
that
the
one
kitty.
for you.
Lavender. Those are tough.
There's the puss.
I'm not forcing you here.
Oh, there he goes. He's getting it. Yes, Ollie.
Yeah,
It feels like. Huh?
Snake cam now. Yay.
Yes. What?
Yeah.
Ollie is saying it's a BajaCon reunion. Fuck yeah, it is.
Not wrong. Not wrong.
Oh,
Oh.
Oh, hello there.
Oh my goodness.
What do you got there? That's the python?
Yes.
how
This is this is a hatchling.
Ah, just a baby.
Yeah.
A wee baby.
Just a baby, just a couple months old.
Oh.
And it's impossible to tell on this camera, I'm sure. But right at the base of the head where the neck joins the head, there's a tiny little question mark.
Oh, that's fun.
So
What's
we
its
named
name?
this one Heretic.
Oh.
Good name.
That's great.
Good
Now
name.
this is a boy, so it won't get as big as the females. Like I cannot get a female reticulated python. They are unmanageably huge. I mean, just ginormous. They're giant snakes, not large snakes. They're giant snakes. But if you get a male, they're manageably small. So he's not likely to get any bigger than 16 feet.
Oh, okay.
Just a mere
So a little guy.
Yeah, and they grow at about an inch a week.
Wow.
What are they eating and how often?
Well, at this point, this one is eating weaned juvenile mice.
Okay.
So little what the I don't know what the hoppers, I think is what they call those little ones.
Oh, yeah.
See that
It's
face?
kind of like butter, Bets.
I know. It looks a lot like my butter corn snake. No. Obviously, it's a corn snake. Not
I would bring my other reticulated python, who I absolutely love him, but he's 8 feet now, and he's he's a year and a half old, 8 feet long, and he's in shed. So
that's insane.
He doesn't like when they're in shed. They don't like to be touched. It's uncomfortable.
Oh.
But,
hello, Pragmatic Crystal. Thank you for popping in, honey. We really appreciate you.
Saying to like and subscribe, I think. Yes. Thank you for that. I'm learning how to YouTube.
Yes. Honey, you just missed Joe over at Kentucky Atheist. He had wonderful things to say about you. Apparently, you are the shit. You are an awesome moderator. So kudos to you, honey. Thank you.
Yes, we keep hearing good things.
Yes, very good. Yes. 16 feet is manageable. That's not what she said.
Okay. Oh, we love you too, Pragmatic Crystal. Thank you.
Yeah, Stacy and Dee were invited today too. I don't know if they have something going on, but they have an open invitation if they want to come on as well. So
yeah, anybody who we've been on their channel or has been on ours, we have sent this out to. So
yeah.
So,
and we are slowly but surely, well, not really slowly anymore, but collaborating with a number of different content creators. So we didn't start this out necessarily trying to get into like the atheist space, but we happen to be atheists, so we're like, fuck yeah. We like some of the first people I watched. Yeah, Seth Andrews, Matt Dillahunty, Aaron. I mean, holy shit! This is amazing. I'm literally, he's literally on our channel right now, and I've seen so many of your shows, Aaron, and you talking in debates, and I'm just like, wow, this is crazy. So thank you for being here, both of you, and David.
It's just beginning. It's just beginning.
I know.
It's just beginning.
Are we ready for it, Pat?
I won't be able to stay long because I'm so far behind on everything. It wasn't just that it was my birthday, but I also had a friend come in from out of state. That whenever we're in each other's home country or whatever, we go, hang out in bed. So I spent like 2 days hanging out with this guy, and then all of the issues with my wife's dogs, because she got 2 more dogs, which is why we're up to 7.
Oh.
Yeah, both of these dogs, the pit bulls, been run over by an SUV.
Oh man.
Yeah, and so she picked up one, found out about the other, went up, go pick up the other, and we've been running them back and forth to the vet and everything, and trying to foster these dogs. And I made a video about it a couple of days ago, saying that these dogs were up for adoption and that they should go together because they're bonded together.
Oh, absolutely.
And the good news is that somebody saw the video and said that we'll send a courier to drive them to Wisconsin.
Oh, that's amazing.
Oh,
amazing.
Yeah, a couple with no children, They have 4 acres in Wisconsin. So, yep, have a couple of pit bulls.
Yeah.
Yolanda, thank you for your service to this country.
Yeah, I know. What a caregiver. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So, always good to see you guys.
Yeah.
I'm working on a script that the science videos, the phylogeny videos. I'm working on one of those now, and those always take so long, and I have so many other things to do that I can't get them done. I can't get anything done. Yeah, and I feel like back in the days of dial-up, if you try to download 2 or 3 things at the same time, you notice that they just slow down to like achieve nothing. Yeah, so I try multitasking and it just stops all progress.
I feel that.
Understandable, absolutely. No, we know you got a lot of shit going on, Aaron. We appreciate you even coming on to our channel. It's an honor, bud. Thank you.
Yeah.
Fun to see you guys.
Yeah.
Invite me again. And
yeah. We're working on a project. We're working on a project to loop you into. We're talking about like maybe something like times that God fucked up or something like that.
That would go on forever.
I like it.
I like it too.
Yes.
Send me a fleshed out version of that idea and I'm there.
Sounds great.
Talk to you later.
Right.
Bye, Art. I'll come down to Dallas with the hubby, all right? Thank you for
Please
being
do.
here. All right. Take care. Hey, David.
Fun one. I don't know who this is, but I guess the algorithm's doing something. So welcome to Floyd Haven.
Floyd Haven. Oh, we appreciate you. Awesome. All right. Oh, David Fitzgerald.
Oh, I've heard about him.
So good, honey. Nailed. Raving reviews.
Written a few books I've heard.
Wait, was that your novel, David? Is
no, that's Nailed was the first book saying, yeah, I don't think Jesus existed. And then the sequel to that is Jesus Mything in Action.
Yes. Okay. Yep. You talk about that on our channel. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Look for the interview coming out in a week or 2 here.
Yeah. We interviewed David and it'll be out soon. Awesome.
The new book makes the argument, it's not just Jesus. It's stay tuned. Yeah.
Right. Oh, that was a myth.
Yeah.
I love that name.
Right?
Good. Yeah.
That thread. We talked yesterday about that thread. You start pulling it and then you have no sweater. I just love that.
It blows my mind. Yeah. Yeah. Even after 24 plus years of looking into this, it still blows my mind.
Yeah. Native Atheist. Hi there. Thank you. Oh,
hi, Native Atheist. Oh, wonderful. Everyone's popping in tonight. We appreciate you.
Yeah. Anybody who's here that hasn't subscribed, please do so.
My book is coming your way, David.
I want it.
Yay.
I want it.
I'm gonna you want to talk about your book? Yes.
Yeah, talk about your book, Nancy.
Well, I have not promoted this at all, but it's basically, if anyone's interested, it is a novel that is based on my life very heavily. Some things aren't true, and that's kind of obvious, but that's my hubby on the cover. Ooh. Guess who did the artwork for that? My sister, and she did a great job. But yeah, it's available on Amazon if anyone wants to check it out. But it's basically a story that takes place in not only my deployment when I was in Iraq. So I was in the Army for 10 years because getting out of a cult, I needed some sort of like family space, and the Army filled that.
Yeah.
And then my time vacationing in New Zealand for that R&R, like 2 weeks, and then the second half of the book takes place in the jungles of South India. So that's basically what this is about. It's available on Amazon. And at some point, I think we are going to do some sort of interview. I know it's Anna Saduri. That is my pen name because no one can pronounce my last name. Thanks to my husband for that one. Yeah. So if anyone's interested, it's the only book I have.
And this is a fictional novel that's just very based on you. Is that right? Or
right?
It's an autobiography disguised as a novel. Yeah.
Except he never was a sole survivor of a plane crash.
Gotcha.
I'll say that part not real.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Yeah. There's a couple things in there not real. Why do fruit flies always find my wine? Holy shit! I bring out wine and all these fruit flies. But yeah, I wanted, I guess, a little bit more leeway to be able to be creative. And I'm actually partway through the second book. I'm turning it into a trilogy.
Fantastic.
And I was a little nervous about it. I was like, I don't have any material in my mind, as someone who just kind of shut down in the cult space.
Yeah.
I didn't talk to anyone, didn't I legit fucking didn't have any friends, David, until I was, you know, well into my late 20s. Not people I would call true friends. And so I had all this material that I had to get out. And when COVID hit, I was in South India with my husband. I was at my in-laws' house, and a trip that was supposed to take 1 month took a year.
Wow.
And so I'm sitting there with a mother-in-law making
with your in-laws. Oh man.
Yes. Interesting experience. But okay, my husband is very much like Mowgli from Jungle Book. And so when we would walk out in the morning, we would take our morning walks. There'd be fucking elephants, you know, up the hill here just grazing. And we'd go back for breakfast. It was just such a surreal experience in the middle of COVID. I had nothing to do except just get my thoughts out on paper. And I started writing a book and I didn't stop. And while I don't think it had anything to do with religious trauma, it kind of had everything to do with it, because I realized as I was writing, I'm like, holy shit, this is kind of art therapy. You know, I never thought I was creative in any way. I'm definitely not a good speaker. Patty is. I'm not.
Stop it. She keeps saying that. I'm like, what are you saying?
I'm not
like,
a fucking good speaker. But
no, yes, you are.
I'm a much better writer. I like to be able to get things right. And when you put things on paper, you get things right because you can redo it.
There's a question, y'all. There's a question. I think this is probably about Nailed, but I don't know. Is there an audio book?
Go ahead.
Oh, an audiobook for Nailed. Yeah, absolutely. All my books are audiobooks except for the very newest one. And I'm getting that recorded next month or the month after.
Yay.
Great. And I don't know if you saw this when it was on the screen. Do you want to make sure you saw that?
Oh,
yeah.
I cannot wait to see you in BajaCon next year. I hope that happens. Hope we're all there.
Yes.
Come
find us. I think you'll be there, David, right?
If they invite me back, and you know, I assume they will. You know, not to brag or anything, but I assume they will. Yeah.
You can brag all you want to, David. You know what I'm talking about. But yeah, I think Patty and I will make a repeat visit to BajaCon.
Yeah.
Oh shit, Floyd Haven.
Yeah, we were Worldwide Church of God in California and Wisconsin, so we kind of got to see two versions of it. Yeah, that's cool.
Wow.
I'm glad the algorithm was doing its fucking job today.
Right?
Absolutely.
Floyd
Haven, thank you. Please reach out to us if you have a story and you want to get it out there. We'd love to talk to you. Thank you.
Check out Unclean Unicorn.
Unclean Unicorn is here. A fellow Armstrong is. Yay!
Armstrongist.
Oh, they have a question for you.
Oh, okay.
What's the question?
This can go on as long as we see.
Oh boy. I wonder if David can explain why he thinks Muhammad might not have existed. How much time do we have? How much did we get into that when you interviewed me? That's coming out. Did we get into Muhammad at all?
Yes, you did. Yes.
Okay.
Briefly, but you didn't get into specifics, but you did touch on it. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, just in a nutshell, first of all, Unclean Unicorn, I mean, it's an awesome question. Great. Thank you. Check out the interview that we did together. When's that coming out? Do we know?
Probably a week and a half or so. 2 weeks, maybe. Yeah.
I got my work cut out for me. Okay, I'll get to editing.
No worries. No pressure. But in a nutshell, how do I want to say this? So there's been like a lot of scholarship on all kinds of different religions and their origins and development. There's two books in particular on Muhammad and early Islam. One's by Sean Anthony and the other's by Stephen Shoemaker, The Creation of the Quran and Muhammad and the Empires of Faith. And neither of these authors say there was no Muhammad. But both of these authors debunk his backstory so much that there's nothing left of it. In fact, they show that Mecca and Medina, they did not exist in the form that we see in the Quran. The Quran itself didn't exist in the form that we have it today for like 80 years or so. The beginning of Islam, we've always thought, well, there was Islam and it inspired the Arab conquests and the Arab Empire. And it looks like that's exactly wrong. The Arab conquest came first and then they created a religion.
Are you talking about?
I'm going to break in for a commercial break real quick. We have two things going on. we have a granny here to say hello to us.
Granny.
And also, it looks like Godless Engineer couldn't make it, but meant to. So he wanted to say hey from him and Casey. So hey, y'all.
John
Love you guys.
Gleason,
Miss you
I know
guys.
he was
Hi, John.
loaded on time. Hello to you and Casey. I met them in person recently as well. Hello. Thank you.
And
Really
welcome,
appreciate it.
Granny, our very first welcomer of atheist community on YouTube. You brought us on your channel, and we are so thankful still. But anyway, David was going through what was it? Muhammad, the question here. I'll put it back up. There we go. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
All
just
Armstrong.
in a nutshell, it looks like everything we know about Muhammad comes from all these sayings called the Hadith, and there's 600,000 of them. They all contradict each other. You can tell which factions are creating it, and in a nutshell, it looks like all of it is made up.
Good night, Zolidare. Thank
Good night,
you.
Zolidare.
Thank you.
And generations later, decades later, and like all the family trees and all the early history of the battles and things like that, very little of that seems true. And it seems like the dynasty that came after the first founding dynasty is the real first Islamic dynasty. That's in a nutshell. There's a lot more we talk about the
in a nutshell, for sure, David. I mean, we just interviewed you. We haven't aired it yet, but holy shit, you know what the fuck you're talking. Like this subject, I know you're glossing over because you could go on forever about it.
And again, it's not me. It's not me. This is what the historians are saying, and you see the same patterns going on. Whatever founder figure you're talking about, whatever religion you're talking about, you see the same patterns going again and again and again.
Yes. Awesome.
Wow.
Godless Granny, it's great to meet you.
Yes, you too.
Oh, are
have you all not met?
I don't think we have met. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, well, great. Yeah. And let's see. So, but you know of each other? Is that right?
Just, you do and you don't, yes.
Okay. But Granny,
yeah,
you've seen
about
David
yourself.
around maybe?
I don't recall.
Oh, okay. Well, hey.
David Fitzgerald, author of Plain God. He's got so many books out, he doesn't even know how many there are.
Yeah, I'll definitely have
Kelly
to
of
bring on my
Godless
channel sometime
Granny.
too.
Yes.
Granny, do you want to share what's going on over at your channel?
Yes.
Actually, I've got a show coming up tonight at 7. I've got Jackson Wheat coming on to talk about what is a species.
Oh, great.
I just
I'm
recently
sorry, who do you
did
have on?
I'm sorry, what?
I'm sorry, who do you have on?
Jackson Wheat.
Jackson Wheat. Okay.
And that's 7 Central?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, great.
That's 7 Central. Wonderful. Okay.
Yeah, I recently had an apologist on, and we were talking about Noah's flood. And one of the things that came up was, what is a species? And he was saying, well, I thought a species was 2 animals that can interbreed. And I knew that that was not correct, but I didn't know how to define a species.
Gotcha.
And I've had this come up a couple of times. So I thought, let's get a real biologist on to talk about what is a species.
I'm sorry, Granny. Someone told me earlier. See, this is my first live stream. Someone told me earlier there's a YouTube rule that if a cat appears on screen, you have to full screen it. So that might be wrong. That might be wrong.
Okay.
I don't know. I'll have to learn the ways.
You gotta showcase all that pussy. Go ahead. I know you have a lot of pussy, David. So
Oh my God.
go ahead. I'm sorry, Granny. Go ahead.
Oh, I was done.
So did that come up for the whole Noah thing? The kinds
Yeah. Although
kind?
he didn't go too much into the kinds type of thing. But one of the questions I asked him is, how can we have all these species? But he dodged the whole thing by, how many animals were on Noah's Ark? I don't know. How can we have so many species? I don't know.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I've heard some try to explain it by saying, well, it was just like kind. So it's like there was a wolf on board and he gave birth to all the other dogs, and coyotes and foxes and whatnot.
right. But then you have to have a new species popping up almost daily.
This is the thing.
Yeah.
And it still
And they
doesn't
need
explain why
food.
marine dinosaurs disappeared. It's like, yeah, none of it makes sense whatsoever.
Well, he also kind of gets around it by not putting a date on the flood. So he doesn't know how much time we had to get all the species because he doesn't know when the flood was.
Oh, I thought you just counted up the generations of begats and then you knew.
Crazy. You know, it's funny, we didn't get into that when we were talking about the history of the Old Testament, but it's like historians, biblical historians who are believing, they don't start with Adam and Eve or Noah or the Tower of Babel. They start somewhere around Abraham. It's like, you know, you can tell that even they are a little uncomfortable to say, well, this happened then. It's like, you know, you never hear them say, well, that's just a story or that's just an allegory.
Well, William Lane Craig comes pretty close. He says it's mytho-history.
Oh, interesting.
That's adorable.
I remember having a friend tell me when, you know, she would still say she was a Christian at the time, but she was saying that she had kind of for herself come out of thinking that Adam and Eve were real. And it's like, okay, well, so then what's the point of Jesus? Because like it was the original sin that we needed him for, right? So if you're like, but that's not real, then like crumble, 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 you kind of lost it. Yeah.
I had such cognitive dissonance as a kid about Bible, and dinosaurs. I love dinosaurs, but I was totally shackled to the Bible. And yeah, somehow I managed to juggle that for 20 years, almost 20 years.
Well, Ken Ham found a way to connect those two, you know. Have you met?
Oh my gosh.
Were you there?
I've met him in person, Ken Ham.
Oh, you have?
Yeah, I have.
What was that like? Because I understand all his fellow evangelicals in Australia were happy to see him go because they don't like him any more than we do.
He was just kind of a dick. I'm sorry, I should say that.
No, that's exactly right. That's exactly what I've heard.
Kind of like, who are you? Like, I'm not going to waste my time with you. I had so many questions for him. Like, okay, fine.
Yeah.
So it lasted maybe a total of 5 minutes. You know, shook his hand and thanked him for everything. And yeah,
that's probably enough exposures you need in your life to that.
The funny thing
should have had a bigger donation.
There you go.
You could have spent more time with him if you really wanted to. Just saying.
Yeah. The funny thing is, I've shaken hands with Bill Nye the Science Guy as well. He came to our hotel when I was working there back in Minneapolis. Nice. And so it was just weird to see like that debate between the two of them. We're like, oh my God, I've met both of these dudes here. I used to idolize one of them. And like kind of look at the other one like, no, and now they've flip-flopped. So yes.
It's funny how that works. I like this comment here from Floyd Haven telling his daughter the story of Noah's Ark at age 12, making her laugh. I feel that way too. It's amazing. Like, it's amazing to me as a former cult kid, seeing how my kids are at various ages. Because they didn't have any of that. I'm like, oh, good for them. That's the reasoning capacity in there. That's pretty cool.
Well, Noah's Ark was a big time deal breaker, or however you want to say it, for Kelly over on Godless Granny, right?
Oh, that's right. It like
was like your start of deconstruction. Is that correct?
It was the end of it.
The end of it.
But the funny thing is, I didn't become a Christian until I was 16. Oh, so when I first heard the Noah story, I bought it hook, line, and sinker.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
How were you not a Christian until then?
Yeah. How's that work?
Well,
I was raised in a Christian home.
Gotcha.
That existed.
How did they hook you the first time then? How did they hook you the first time then?
They hooked me because I was suicidal, and the guy that I was talking to started telling me that there was something missing from my life and that this had something to offer me. And he had no idea. Nobody did. I hadn't told anybody. And so the fact that he had that insight, I thought it meant that he had been, that this was revealed to him by a God. And so that's why I believed it.
Gotcha. Oh, man.
Wow.
It's like, even for me, Kelly, when I got away from, not away from the cult, but I feel like the cult kind of left us. At my lowest point in life, it was like evangelicals, they have this radar and they get their hooks in like, oh, that person looks like they need Jesus. I'm going to step in and be like sort of an advocate for Jesus. They know. They have some sort of fucking radar to jump in there when you're at your lowest, and they find some way to hook you in. Whether it's that's quite the coincidence. How could they have known? It must be God.
Because happy people don't need them. It's their
Right.
body is that way. It's like the ambulance chasing lawyers, you know. Yeah. Yeah.
Pretty much.
Exactly.
Pretty much.
Yeah, exactly.
And so it was the Noah thing that finally said, well, maybe I've joined this too fast. Is that what happened?
Well, what happened was my son was 18 and he said, Mom, Noah's Ark was impossible because the poop alone would have killed them all. And so I went and looked it up and I found about 4 different websites that all said that he was right. And a key thing, though, is about 2 weeks before that, I had been reflecting on the life of the Apostle Paul, and I had reasoned my way into the divine hiddenness problem. So I was already wrestling with something here doesn't work right. And I had kind of revised my theology to be almost a universalism where when everybody dies, you go and you meet with God and he lays everything on the table and tells you, gives you full knowledge of everything you need to know, and then asks, do you want to be with me or not? And so that was where I was at the point. And when I realized that, then my son started showing me some atheist stuff. And one of the things that he showed me was Aaron Ra at the Ark encounter. And Aaron Ra was saying to this guy, we know the flood didn't happen. Not that it couldn't happen, but that it didn't happen. Yeah. And we know this from biology, geology, history. And when he said the word history, poof. It was like the synapses finally connected, because I knew from what I had learned in school about ancient history that they don't say, okay, then everybody was wiped out. And 100 years later, some people started straggling in from Babylon and started a new society. And I had just never connected the dots of what I knew of ancient history with, the story of the Bible. But once he had made that connection for me, I suddenly realized it didn't happen. Not that it couldn't happen. It didn't happen.
Right. It's
freedom.
Ways.
That's amazing.
Different ways people slice it and what works for everyone. Because it seems like everybody touches on something different that it changes their conversion. I always love hearing the stories like that.
But it's all bullshit.
You take your son's hand from me and say, and tell him I said, well done. Well done.
Jay, our social media manager, is saying kind of his thing for getting sucked back into the Pentecostal church was very similar. Just being at a low point,
Yep.
They know. They have a radar. They know. Oh, and there's a boat on a hill in Turkey. Did you know that?
Yes.
Whitehaven. Yay.
I heard a great quote recently. It was like, every expedition that's gone in search of Noah's Ark has found it.
Yeah. Amazing.
Yes.
So good.
Kelly, I don't know if you've coordinated with Aaron yet. He was just on here.
Oh, he was?
Yeah.
I was making dinner, so I had muted you and went into the kitchen and made dinner. And as soon as I finished, I got dinner in the oven, then I came back.
I was gonna say,
darn.
you just missed him though. He was showing off some of his big snakes.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not that kind of channel, David.
Oh, I meant snakes. Big snakes. That's what I meant.
Yeah. Snakes. Slither. Yeah.
Ollie, how long did you date her? You dated her for a bit? How long's a bit?
Oh, I'll put it back up.
We gotta see this.
I missed it. I'm sorry.
Okay.
When I dated her for a bit.
No, now we're on speaking in tongues here, huh? We had snake handling already.
Do it. Yeah.
Good call, Ollie. Good call.
Kelly, you were Catholic. Is that right?
When I was very young. My parents were Catholic when I was very young, but they left the church when I was 7.
A couple weeks. Okay.
And they left the church over the issue of birth control. They had 4 kids and that was enough for them. And so they said either the church has to go or we're going to have a whole passel of kids and we don't want a whole passel of kids.
Nice. Good on them.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Huh. So went from Catholic to nothing. And then what was it that you at 16 got sucked into? Did you say what denomination?
It wasn't necessarily a specific denomination. The guy that led me to Christ, I never went to church with him. I ended up going to church with another friend from school, and we went to an evangelical free church. So I went to an evangelical free church for a while, but then as soon as I graduated college, I got married, and my husband was stationed at Fort Hood. And evangelical free churches are only in the northern part of the country. There are none in the south. So we had to find another church, and the Baptist church was the closest in theology to what we were used to. So we started going to a Baptist church.
Okay. Wow, you got a smattering of a lot of little different things there.
Yeah, and having been, following around a guy that was active duty Army, we went from church to church to church, and I tried a little bit of Assemblies of God. I tried a little. He had been raised Methodist. We occasionally went to a Methodist church. We tried a Lutheran church. We ended up landing. Well, when we moved to Fort Wayne, we went to an evangelical Mennonite church.
Whoa.
And we went there for probably a decade. And then a friend convinced us that Calvinism was a more biblical.
That's Tim Mill's story.
Yeah. And so then we went to a congregational church that was Calvinist. And when we moved to Alabama, we went to now I can't think of the name.
Candlers.
No. It's a very mainline denomination of Calvinists. Presbyterians. We started going to the Presbyterian church.
Good night, Eyes Opening.
Yeah, thank you for being here, Eyes Opening. Appreciate you so much.
Oh, yes. Thank you. Bye, honey. We'll see you at BajaCon next year. Oh, and hello to my friend Monty, who just popped in. Hey, he's going to be in our circumcision episode that's coming up in a few weeks. So, and there's Jason. Yeah.
So, Kelly, you were all over the place, Protestantly speaking.
That's Protestantly speaking. That's funny. I mean, but what a great thing, though, to inform what you do on your channel now. Yeah. You can kind of hold a big enough bowl for all of those.
A lot of times I feel like a jack of all trades, master of none.
Right.
Yeah.
Because the thing I know best is theology, but I don't have any formal education in theology.
Gotcha. But you knew it in the field. Patty and Nancy, what's the biggest theological difference between COG and all the other Protestant? Because as a Southern Baptist, I didn't know what Church of God believed, but I knew they weren't the right kind of Christian,
I think the biggest is Seventh Day. They kept the Sabbath. They didn't do Christmas and Easter. It was Jewish holy days rewarmed. And they were Unitarian, not Trinitarian. Yeah. Right. Mm-hmm. I mean, probably functionally, from the outside looking at us in the world, the Sabbath thing and the holy days thing. Oh, and the food. We abided by Old Testament dietary laws. So no pork and shellfish and whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and its founder, Herbert W. Armstrong, he was all about the name too. There was something about the fucking name. And so he narrowed it down okay, Church of God. Yeah. Who can I narrow it down to? And there were, I guess, 3 at the time. One was, some sort of Baptist, Seventh-day Baptist, anyone who's held the Sabbath on Saturday. That was very important to him. And he found this little church in Stanbury, Missouri called Church of God's Seventh Day, I believe was the name. And he joined them. But you know how it goes. They splinter off because they disagree on maybe 1 or 2 things, which he did. And so he started his own church, but he needed the name Church of God in it. And so, just like there's all these Church of Christs out there, which we recently learned about, there's also the Church of God splinters, which I think most of them originate from, Armstrong's teachings. Yeah. So
wild.
Yeah. I don't know how his wife had some dream that was about angels coming down, and he thought it meant that he was supposed to be do some sort of message for God, like he was the last great prophet of God, because don't they all?
Aren't they all? Yeah.
And he was a failed businessman. And so he took advantage of some works that wasn't his own, because isn't that just the way failed businessmen work? Oh, the Bible, I have all these writings and teachings from other men. And since I don't have any creativity or anything of my own, I'm going to take the Bible and use it as best as I can for my own benefit. And that's exactly what he did.
It blows my mind how they all use the same playbook. You know, not even just Christians, but all the sketchy, scammy religious types.
So why aren't we teaching how to scope that out to kids? You know, it's like, couldn't we teach that to kids of like how to spot bullshit? I don't know. Seems like a good idea to me.
Wet dream info guy. I need to know this from the masturbation episode. What is that?
Sheldon was doing a lot of comments, I think.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. When we did the live.
Toolman's here as well.
Yep, Toolman's here too.
Yeah.
Okay. The wet dream info guy from the masturbation video. Ah, yes. Okay.
That's something you don't hear every day. Yeah.
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 Kelly, how did your son get so critical thinky?
How did I what?
How did your son wind up such a good critical thinker?
I don't know. I guess he's just smart. Part of it was the internet. You know, I wasn't raised with the internet, and so I never checked out the claims of anyone. But when he was in high school and they were telling him that evolution wasn't true, there were a couple of things that they said that he just looked it up online and realized they were bullshitting him.
Yeah.
Whoa.
But
Oh
he
my
also took AP biology at school.
Oh, there you go.
And in AP biology, they have to teach them straight biology. And so the teacher starts out by saying, okay, this is not what we believe in our religion, but we have to teach you this.
That's a fun preamble to anything. Yeah. Too funny. Yeah.
Oh, Patty, is Toolman Denny Azaredo?
I am not sure in this. I don't. Maybe.
I totally agree with what he's saying here, though. Yeah, if the internet had been around back then, it wouldn't have lasted.
Yeah. One of the things I say is that, you know, when I was a freshman in college, I heard Josh McDowell make the claim that there is no archaeological find that has ever disproven anything in the Bible. And if I had had the internet back then and could have looked that up, I don't think I would have been a Christian for 42 years.
Yeah.
Oh,
that hurts my heart.
That's as long as I've been alive, Kelly. I'm sorry.
Josh McDowell. I was telling the girls last time, I've met him in person, and his son. We're friends, and lovely man. He loves being Josh McDowell. Sean McDowell has a great life, but God, everything he's ever written, everything he's ever come out of his mouth is just so demonstrably false.
Get into a debate with him, David. There you go.
I mean, he's too sweet. He's too easy. He's like Tim Waltz level sweet. Now, Lee Strobel, he's an asshole. He's just a big fat liar. I mean, there's no two ways about it.
I'm not familiar with him.
But, he's the guy that wrote the Case for Christ and the Case for this and Case for that. You know,
the Case for Easter, the Case for
all those things.
I don't think Nancy ever got as deep into the evangelical stuff as I did. I think I actually heard of most of them. Actually, I heard of most of them, I think, once I had already decided I was a non-believer and was like looking at content like that. Like Apologia, I think, was one that covers all of those apologists and gave me a understanding a little bit better of who they all were.
Strobel was a legit journalist before he became a Christian. He even has a Pulitzer Prize for his expose on the Pinto when they had the Pinto gas tank thing. He got a Pulitzer Prize for what he wrote on that.
Absolutely. The thing I don't like about Lee Strobel is he plays up his I was a tough skeptic journalist, and then I decided to check out Christianity. It's like, bullshit. You were a pastor for 10 years. It was like your third or fourth book before you ever decided to check it out. It's like, it's such a scam. And even his interviews, one of the guys he interviewed, I know, don't get me started. one of the guys in the interview said, "Yeah, I didn't say that exactly." But he kind of just put words in our mouths. You know, that's why that all sounds like evangelicals. Yeah, don't get me started on that guy. Yeah.
I'm sorry. I know I haven't been here very long, but I've got to go get dinner back out of the oven, and then I've got my show at 7. So
Kelly,
That's
it's fine. We're really just doing this as long as we feel like it. So thank you for popping in. We love you. You are going to hold a special place in our heart forever because you took a chance on us at 19 subscribers. So thank you.
You are most welcome. And David, I do want you on my show. I'll get some contact information from the ladies here.
Perfect.
Yes,
Perfect.
absolutely.
Plus, Jay, they was a terrible movie. Oh, the Christian movie.
Bye, Kelly.
Good night, Kelly.
It was a terrible movie. And by the way, Toolman in the comments is our Denny Azeredo from
Yeah. Okay. Great.
He was, I think, the third person, right? The third person we interviewed on our channel. So you can watch his interview on our channel. And he was in the upper echelons of the Worldwide Church of God. He really had meals, dinners with Herbert W. Armstrong. And so, and him being, well, you know, mixed race, they're all mixed race in Brazil. He has a very different take on it because, you know, our cult leader was an extremely racist man, British Israelis and all. But he has a great interview. So yeah, check it out. So thanks for being here, Denny.
Definitely. I'm so glad you keep tabs on us. And Floyd, it's so awesome that you found us. It sounds like you found us just today. So that's great. We are a bit rude and raunchy. So go just be
What are you talking about? We're not raunchy.
We would never do anything like that.
I love the fact you're already up to another 15 subscribers at least.
Oh yeah, I haven't said that in a while. Hey, if you haven't, like and subscribe. Share it on your channel. If you have a channel, share it with your friends. If you don't.
Thanks, Ollie. You go ahead and make dinner. No worries. So thank you. I appreciate it. Floyd Haven, welcome. Wonderful. Wonderful.
See, I feel like there's a fair number of us out there that have gone that other way where we're like, fuck all the way off. We're going to cuss. We're going to be dirty because it's not actually bad to be those things.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
And the beautiful thing is you don't have to if you don't want to. It's fine. You get to decide. You get to make it, you know.
Yes.
Exactly.
And
yeah. The themes...
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're okay. I just was recognizing like how much the themes of bodily autonomy and being empowered to know that
autonomy.
I mean, yeah, well, that's such a good point. I mean, bodily is the first step, I suppose. But yeah, mental autonomy to even know that it's okay to learn and to make mistakes and everything. I mean, damn, if you think I can't get anything wrong, it's just not going to go well for you.
It's fun, so it's probably evil.
I mean, yeah, like terrible ideas that are, it's so sad that some of us cult kids have brought that with us into our adulthood. Like, this is why when I talk about getting good at being bad, I'm so serious about it, right? Because it's like, no, like, let's do things that used to feel shameful and do it anyway until the feeling of shame goes away. Because you're like, oh, actually, it's fine.
I mean, why? I should almost thank Worldwide Church of God because it's like, well, I don't feel any shame and guilt at all. By the way, the Boo Balloon, I love that you call it Balloon. $1.50 at my local adult store. I don't know
hilarious.
But I know. She makes
probably adamandeve.com. Thank you, Carrie Ann. Thank you for your support of the channel through all of our live streams and comments and everything that you have done to support us. We appreciate you.
Thank you, Carrie Ann. Yes, we've seen you many times in the comments. Thank you. Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Super hardcore, anti-God and all that in my 20s. A little more laid back. Yeah. That's fair. I think my anger has kind of gone down.
You go flash out. I mean,
there's room for everybody from diplomats to firebrands, you know. And
yes,
you can go back and forth, you know, depending on what kind of douchey Christians are running into or what sweet Christians are running into. So.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, there's Azeredo again. Yes.
full-out debates. Some of these subjects with
Wow.
ministers, while their ideas as a church philosophy was taught one way, but I heard the other side of the debate too. Oh, that's very interesting.
So many questions. That sounds fascinating.
Denny
Yeah.
has a wonderful interview. So does David Ward. Yeah, we interview a number of different people on our channel. It's taking us time, but we're trying to get around to everyone. It's like we're in the atheist space, but also Worldwide Church of God. I mean, we're trying to kind of combine the two.
You guys interview such fascinating people. I wonder if there's some way you can get the old interviews and see them on the computer device somehow.
Oh, yeah.
How can we do that?
Oh, this is someone's trying to teach me how to YouTube again. Hey, everybody. If you like what you've been seeing here, like the channel, subscribe, or like this video, subscribe to the channel, tell your friends, promote us on your channel if you have one. Patreon. We have a Patreon now. We only have one tier. If you want to throw $5 our way to tell us we're doing a good job and keep us going, you can do that. We will then consider you one of our sinful siblings, and we'll put your name on the credits of our main podcast episodes. Yeah. I know it's a good perk, right? I think it's a good perk.
Yes.
Yeah.
And masturbate often.
On that note, I've got to go. But
whatever.
Feeling inspired. See you guys later.
No,
you are so here for the kinks. You know it's true.
Well, that's true too. But in all honesty, I've got to take one of our cats to the vet in about 5 minutes. So
no worries. We'll probably get off of here pretty soon. Everyone has been wonderful. And David, you have been with us the entire time. Thank you so much.
How could I not? I had an absolute blast.
Yay.
Congratulations again, both of you.
Thank you.
Again, it's just going to be growing from strength to strength. So, well done. Thank you for what you do. It's so important to people, and all this love that you're getting, it didn't come out of nothing or for no good reason.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank
all right.
you.
Love everyone back. Thank you, David. Take care.
Thanks for hanging with us.
Take care. Yes. All right. Good night, all.
All right.
Bye. All right. It's just us, Nancy, us and 17 of our friends in the chat.
Yay. Hello, everyone. Oh,
yeah. Thank you all for still being here.
Yes. Well, that was wonderful. Some of the people that we've already collabed with and meeting them in person, seeing them on here. No, that's fine, Denny. Thank you for
showing up.
We appreciate you.
We know we were doing this at a surprise and awkward time, so we're just so thankful for anybody who could show up or in the chat, on the screen, whatever. It's so fun.
Yes.
Time to partay.
Boy, it's time to party, but guess what? I am out of wine. Holy shit. Oh, I have 10 to 20 bottles out there as well. So yeah.
Is that going to be enough?
I go through it pretty quickly.
All right. Well, if y'all are in the chat and you want to keep hanging out, talk to me. Talk to us.
Yeah.
We've been talking a lot today. What you guys don't know is we interviewed Tim Mills before we hopped on here. So
yeah, that was nice to talk to him, and he was able to see us for a little bit. And we've been on his channel actually pretty early on. We knew about him through Godless Granny.
Yeah.
Notification just popped up. Yeah.
Okay. Well, good.
Yeah, good. Yeah, we can hang on a bit longer for sure.
Great.
We're just hanging out tonight. What time is it? Oh, almost 6 o'clock Central. Awesome. What time is it in Brazil, Benny? How is Brazil doing? Carrie Ann Chrysler on here. Oh, I love talking to Ember, huh? How amazing.
That was great.
Yeah. Well, we're going to collab pretty soon.
Yeah, we're gonna be interviewed on Better Than Ember is her channel. So Denny says it's almost
8 p.m. in Brazil. Okay, cool.
Yeah. So November 3rd, we're gonna be on Better Than Ember and be interviewed. Let's see. Question here.
Oh, we just got a bunch. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Do some of your earlier videos explain your journey? Yeah, I think so. In some ways, if you find us on other channels that have interviewed us, that's probably where like a more concise version of our story could be found. Don't you think, Nance? I don't know. Who would you recommend? Godless Granny was the first one. Tim Mills was in there early. Who else? But yeah, our channel. Why am I sending you to other channels? I should be like, watch our channel.
No, there's so many wonderful content creators on here. I think Godless Engineer, John Gleason over there, was one of our recent ones too. Have you been posting on Spotify, by the way, Pats? Denny was asking. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So how does that work, Pats? Because that's audio only, even though most of our videos are.
I'll come back to Carrie's question there. Yeah. Okay. So good point about that. So the audio version goes on Spotify, and then that copies over to YouTube, because that's how I started, was on Spotify. So what you're noticing probably there, Toolman, is that the actual podcast episode. So like we just started season 2, and that's the part where it's like me and Nancy and we've got a topic. So that is what goes on Spotify. But then YouTube additionally has the Unpack It series, and it has, Spotify does have video now, but I haven't done that recently. Let's see. Oh, you guys are so good at the questions. I asked for questions, and here you come. And now I'm like, what do I say?
Activist work, Patty. That is all you, babe.
I know. I'll get there. But yeah, so only the podcast is going to show up in audio form on Spotify. And actually the audio format is on YouTube also. So I have question marks in my head about platforms for that. So if y'all have preferences, let me know. But Spotify is getting enough listens to keep it there. So
that's where we started. Yeah.
Spotify. Oh yes, we love some Ember. Oop, there we go.
Yeah.
That one. Oh, that's not the one I want. That's the one I want.
Ember.
Love some Ember.
I want to raid Ember's closet. That's what I want to do.
Amazing
She's
stuff.
got some.
Okay, let's see. Where am I? Okay, special plans upcoming and activist work going on. Okay, special plans upcoming. I guess for the series for the Apostate Sisters, we're doing a series on bodily autonomy, and I think that'll be 7 or 8 episodes of various aspects of that. And then since that's kind of heavy, Nancy was suggesting that after that we're going to move into looking at biblical cryptids a little bit.
That's my idea. I thought that would be fun. I like aliens and shit like that. Skinwalkers, Bigfoot, or Sasquatch.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be. And there's so many topics that we can actually cover, but we're trying to keep it as Worldwide Church of God specific as possible. But then there's so many other wonderful people out there that kind of have the same feelings as us. It just.
Oh shoot. Nancy, don't freeze. Okay. Well, we'll see if Nancy comes back. Oh no, it's just me on camera. If I don't speak, it's because I've just gone into full panic attack. Anyway, but yeah, activist work going on. So right now my activist work has kind of had to shrink down a little bit, and so I'm mostly doing work in a collective group where we do work for Extinction Rebellion and 350 PDX, and they're 2 of the kind of bigger groups in town here that do climate activist work. So I'm not doing as many pop-up protest design things for them right now, but I like to show up to their art builds and contribute to whatever they're doing there. So, and we lost Nancy. Okay, here we go. Hey, still 15 of you hanging with me. That's so nice of you. See, Jay is saying a lot of the first episodes that are audio only. Oh, okay. Yeah, you're probably right. I haven't listened to those in forever, that those are going to have some of our stories. So yeah, that is probably true. We covered it from various aspects, I think, of what would have made the Worldwide Church of God stand out at the time. So like Sabbath and food restrictions and all of those kind of oddball things. All right. Yeah. Start looking for the Apostate Sisters. Oh yeah. We are out on social media. So there is a TikTok there. We do have an Instagram, and we are technically on Facebook, although there's not a whole lot of action over there.
Can you see me now, Pat?
Yep. You're back on. You are back live.
Sorry. I just had to masturbate real quick.
Oh, well, that was pretty quick, I gotta say.
Yeah. No. My internet has been fucking weird lately. It cut me off a couple of times. Yay, Logan Fisher. Oh, hello, thank you. Yay. Yes, a birthday episode. Yep. Yep.
Oh my gosh, look at all. You guys are so fast. Okay.
You guys are amazing. Awesome. I think we got a lot of our people here from Worldwide Church of God, right? Oh, Myth Vision. Yes, Derek Lambert.
That's a
yeah,
great point. We haven't.
We'd love to at some point. We're kind of slowly making our rounds. We haven't met up with him yet, but we will. Yeah, we'd love to connect with him. He's a great content creator as well.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. I mean, we've only been around it all since October of last year. And then we went live with our faces in February. So yeah, it's been kind of a quick ride here. Great fun. Yeah, biblical cryptids.
Biblical cryptids. We could do talking about behemoths and shit or whatever else is in the Bible. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff. I think gods are cryptids too. So there you go.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we're getting on 2 hours here. Yeah.
I'm not sure. I all got away from me, so now I'm not sure who this was referring to.
Yeah, Durante. Oh, Sheldon. We just interviewed Durante Lamar. We're good friends with him. His interview is going to be coming out pretty soon. He did have an invite to this, but he was busy. Yeah, he's got a wonderful channel as well, Durante Lamar. He is quite the advocate for the Black atheist community. Yeah, he's doing great things. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and actually, we just interviewed Durante too. Did you just say this, Nancy? And I spaced.
No, fine. You can repeat it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Tail like a cedar. Exactly. Yes.
Well, yeah. So yeah, when we interviewed him, we had this amazing conversation about this sign right here. So check it out. Should be good.
Yes, he's great. But yeah, Seventh-day Adventists. So it is my understanding that Worldwide Church of God stemmed out of Seventh-day Adventists. You know, they were all about Sabbath on like Friday night to Saturday night, which also stems from Judaism. And so they're essentially just a splinter church with a different costume.
Midwest. What was that? Detroit area? No, Michigan somewhere. The Seventh Day idea. It's like it was in the air up there or something.
Oh fuck! It was. I want to say it was like Grand Rapids or something in Michigan, where they originated from. I might have the city wrong, but yeah.
Right. Yeah. Question here or no? Manipulated the Mormons. A lot of similarities between the way the church manipulated us. The Mormons did the same as well as other religions. Yeah, I mean, the way the way they control and manipulate, it can definitely be broken down. Well, we did a series on the wheel of power and control, and it really does break it down into the aspects of your life that a high control environment will need to control in order to get what they want out of you and how they do it. Yeah,
Patty, where did our father live in Michigan? It wasn't Grand Rapids, was it? Where did our father live in Michigan at one point?
I don't remember.
Okay, well, wherever that was where kind of Seventh-day Adventists stemmed out of. So maybe he got involved with the church because there was a big concentration of Seventh-day Adventists up there in Michigan.
Right.
Probably still is. Yeah.
Oh, birthday episode here. Jay was mentioning the birthday episode. That's a good one. We told our story. Oh no, Nancy froze again. Okay, well, we'll see. There's still 18 of you hanging out. Logan, I think Nancy saw it earlier, but thank you. Thank you for hanging out on our channel. It's been so fun. Let's see. I've joined, read, broke down, and left most of the religious groups I became a part of. Yeah, right? It's like I almost think a bunch of us from the Worldwide Church of God, it's like we kind of went through another church on our way out since the bottom dropped out from us when the church shuttered, or not shuttered, but when it changed drastically. I think a lot of people found themselves in some random evangelical, non-denominational, who knows, because it had, like enough of the right stuff. And it was a little bit sweeter and nicer and not so scary. For me, that lasted 10 years. It took me 10 years to finally decide I was done entirely. But yeah. Oh dear, now I'm behind. All right, dialed in on the masturbation. I don't remember what that was from. And yes, check out Durante Lamar. Absolutely. That must be what got us talking about him. Oh, Logan. Yeah. Swish his tail like a cedar. I know what that one means. So that one we'll bring out in the biblical cryptid episode, I'm sure. Just to tell you all, they're not talking about a tail. Not at all there. Let's see. Oh, there she's back.
Sorry.
That's all right. Welcome back. Denny's saying, I think the Worldwide Church of God had a piece of the pie of truth, but then there's focus on power and control. You fall away from what is right. Sure. I mean, I don't know. Truth? I don't know. I mean, they match the Bible better than other Christian churches that I was a part of. That I do know.
You are 100% correct on that.
Yeah.
Cultish
Carrie
practices,
Ann,
yeah.
I would just love to see your breakdown of the cultish practices getting more attention. And Derek's very passionate about such things. Okay. Well, yeah, it'll be interesting because, I mean, we didn't come up with the wheel of power and control. We went to a conference where there was like maybe I can talk with them, but there was like a therapy group that had developed this wheel, and it was a really great tool for helping people understand how this shit happens to our brain. So, but that's a great point. Thank you for that, Carrie. I will definitely think about
we
that
have
with Derek.
Derek's information as well. Yeah. He's definitely on the list of people to connect with. So yeah, we've seen a lot of his stuff. He's great. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So Seventh Day. Yeah. It's like in the air there in Michigan.
Yeah. Gary, I've been to Michigan so many times. I love it.
Okay. More support for Myth Vision. Oh, yeah, all right.
Support. Okay. Myth
Vision. My gosh.
Hey, all right. Awesome.
Y'all are so busy. I love it.
Ooh.
Okay. What do we got?
Derek, it is.
Okay. Floyd, Seventh Day was the Sabbath being on Saturday, and that was why you were all going to hell. Oh, okay. With the Sabbath. Oh. Wait, because the Sunday keepers were all going to hell? I wonder if that's what you mean there.
Correct. We were elevated, Pats. Only us. We were the truth keepers.
That's right. We were the ones with the truth. Michael Beverly. Oh yeah, that name keeps coming up lately. Christy.
Yes.
Christy Burke.
The last stream, discovery of masturbation and purity culture. Oh, wonderful. Yes. Right up our alley. Oh, yeah. Great. Oh, that's so many great ones.
Let's see, Floyd, I see you asking if we do live streams regularly. No, you are catching the very first one. So, hey, I got to learn how to YouTube here. Hey, like and subscribe to the channel. Comment, keep commenting. That's good for the channel. If you have a channel, share it on your channel. If you have friends, share this with your friends. Yay, let's keep the Apostate Sisters going.
Yeah, very first live stream. And we got R and Raw to collab with us too. That's amazing. Oh, so many great.
Oh my God, Sheldon. Yeah. The joke was made that you had to go masturbate when you went off screen the first time. So this was Nancy has to go do her thing again.
You're not wrong.
Totally is healthy.
You're not wrong. I was gonna make the joke. Yeah, I had to rub out number 2. I'm sorry for my tardiness, but you know, sometimes you gotta masturbate. You gotta take care of that. That's my joke, even though it's really just my internet sucks and it's starting to shit out here. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Oh, that's too bad. Oh, I've got children coming home from school.
Oh yeah. Well, we'll be on just a bit longer here. Yeah. There's the kiddos.
No, I'm live. I'm live. Does that change anything? I'm live.
I want to live.
Oh, hey girls.
All right. Well.
All right. So yeah, this Neil of 604 Atheist has Drew Beckius on a show. Wonderful. Yeah, we met both of them at Baja Con. Yep. Becky, yes, there's an I in there, but yeah, you're close. Yeah. Thanks, Ollie. Yes.
Trying to figure out a link to Neil the 604 Atheist here for Ollie, and I don't know what I'm doing on the back end of this yet, so I'll figure that out. But I'll shout it out for, Nancy's going to go have another session. I'll shout it out for Neil the 604 Atheist. It's a great channel. He interviews other atheists to let them share their deconversion stories, and he is all about community. It is a great time over there. So if you go on to be interviewed as an atheist, not only will you get to talk with Neil and Mikey for your interview, but then you'll jump into another live stream with a live chat, and there'll be a whole group of people, and you get to have a little bit of a party over there with Neil and Mikey. So
Yay!
go check them out too.
They are great fun. Oh my goodness, they're great fun.
Oh, I think you said this. Oh yeah, yep. Our last one was about masturbation, hence all of the boobs and jokes and all of that.
Dicks, yeah, you name
Yeah.
it. All in it, yeah.
Oh, excuse me. But Nancy, can you read that one?
Sure. A true that's difficult thing that was right back 3,000 years ago and was right today has had to adapt and change a bit along the way and won't be the same. Exactly, Denny. Exactly. Yes. As we learn new things. Yeah, harmonic. Oh, sorry, I'm reading ahead here.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'll put it on screen. There you go. You want to read it, Nance? I'll pop it up. You read it. We'll get this.
You've both done a fantastic job for your first live stream. Love the origami, Patty. Wonderful. What? Oh, okay. So he's talking about. Oh, look at that. He had an actual icon for that.
I know, amazing, right?
Okay, guys. I swear to God, I'm not
thank
leaving to masturbate a third time. I really have to pee. I'll be right back. Right now. Hopefully, my internet doesn't shut out on me. Okay.
Yeah, hopefully not. Thank you so much, Jay. We couldn't have done it without you. Jay is our social media manager. So appreciative. So all of those little promo vertical videos that you see on Facebook and YouTube and Instagram and YouTube Shorts are made by Jay. All right, let's see here. Make a regular time and consistent about it, and you will grow. Oh, Toolman, I'm gonna say you're probably talking live stream. So, yeah, that might have to be a thing we do. We'll have to get less introverted. It'll be fine. All right. Actually, this is fine. Y'all are wonderful. I really appreciate you being here, and yeah, this is great. Let's see. Well, we'll see how long it takes Nancy this time, huh? Let's see here. Sheldon, masturbation video was too short. Oh, okay. Hopefully I have a special sex ed segment. Oh, because the world needs the info. Now I'm curious if you mean us talking about the horrors of public school sex ed, or if you actually want us to do sex ed. So, questions. Let's see. Hellbound Hillbilly. Hey there. 4 to 14 times a day is perfectly normal and healthy. That's funny. When you started that, or when I started reading that, 4 to 14 triggered another thought for me. 4 to 14 is the window that evangelicals know they need to address a child's belief in God in so that they can hook them. So there's like a website, 4to14.com or something like that, where it's all these resources to make sure you can indoctrinate children in that age. So that is not what you were talking about, though. So is it, though, 4 to 14 times perfectly normal and healthy a day? Anybody else want to provide feedback about that? Nancy, what do you think? Is 4 to 14 times a day perfectly normal and healthy?
For me, yesterday it was.
Okay. All right, Hellbound Hillbilly, you're onto something.
Oh,
All
yeah.
right.
Oh, yeah. Yes, Hillbilly. Yeah, you know what's up.
We're looking forward to more content too. Thank you. Yay.
Yay. Sorry, it takes us some time. We are not technically like full time because it takes us a long time to put out content, but
yeah,
man, I have so much respect for content creators because that's a lot of work. It is a lot of fucking work to record and edit and all that. And then you have to have a social life on top of it. Holy shit.
You do?
I mean, we're trying to, right?
Yeah, no, it's true. Well, yeah, and look at what we're doing. Like, y'all, all the things that are coming out of this channel, that is 3 people's effort at least, not to mention all the people we collaborate with, like Mr. Difficult, that he is on our Unpack It series, and that's Joel, and he's still a Christian. But yeah, other than that, like, there's me, there's you, and Jay's helping with the promos. So yeah, we're putting a lot into it. So man, I give a lot of credit to content creators out there because man, I had no idea, y'all make it look so easy.
I know, right? The behind the
I know.
scenes, like, are you
Oh, look at their pretty videos.
Harmonic atheist? Yes, Tim Mills was
Mhm.
just here a little while ago. In fact, we just interviewed him as well, and he will be on our channel very soon.
Yeah. Ollie is looking to have a link for Neil put on. If you want to go on your Facebook, Nance, and see if you can grab it and drop it in. I'm technologically challenged at the moment.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, Hellbound is saying Neil is where he was directed from. So Neil's out there putting our stuff out. Let's make sure we get that in there.
Coming your way, Pat. Awesome.
Huh? Good.
The link, here it comes. Okay.
Yay! Awesome. Thank you.
Just send it to you in Snapchat, huh? Yeah.
No. Put it on screen, Nancy. Put it in the comment. That's what we want. I can't do it. Oh, I could, but
It's fine. I got you.
Okay, thank you. See, we're a team. Sisters. It's funny how many people too have been like, "Oh, you're actual blood sisters."
Yeah. You can't tell by looking at us. I feel like we look a lot alike.
Do we? I would love to know more about that.
I don't
let's
know.
see here.
Maybe I'm wrong.
There's a question.
Yeah. Did it go
Carrie's,
through? The link.
Carrie's adding on about harmonic atheist. It's really good for the reevaluation of life after the lies. Yeah.
He's wonderful for that. You're absolutely correct. Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
And they want to hear more about your novel.
Sure. So here it is again. Velikari, my sister here, she did the cover art. Anna Siduri is my pen name. It is a novel that is not necessarily based on religious trauma, except it kind of pertains to all that. Like it was sort of a deconstruction, just mind dump in this book. And somehow I turned it into a story, and a publisher that publishes titles based on military as well as adventure stories gave me a chance. And so it's traditionally published, and you can find it on Amazon. That is Velikari. That is a Tamil word. And so half the book does take place in the jungles of South India. My experiences, because my husband is from India. That is him on the cover. He's not here right now, otherwise I'd bring him on. Thank you. And yeah, I haven't exactly promoted it. It's just something that was kind of more for me. I didn't set out to write a book, but when COVID hit, I was in India in December of 2019. In fact, Patty and her family were there, and I got stuck there. She was able to get home, and for me, what was supposed to be a month-long trip turned into a year. And so what do you do when you don't have a job anymore, and you have a mother-in-law making you 3 meals a day, and everyone else speaks Tamil or Kannada or Malayalam, and you're the English speaker here? Like, the fuck do I do? I started writing, and I didn't stop, and that's the result. So I do talk about it's fiction, but it's based heavily on my life, my time in the military. I was deployed, and I was in the Army for 10 years. I took my R&R trip to New Zealand, and so I talk about New Zealand. And then the second half of the book is all about South India and kind of my relationship with the people of South India. And so there's a little bit of religious trauma in there, but it's very subtle. It wasn't the goal of this book. It was just I wanted to get my life story out a little bit, and thought, well, if somebody finds it interesting, fine. Otherwise, I was like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. So yeah, if you want to check it out, go ahead and get it. If I get the great honor of meeting you all in person, I would love to sign it for you. So yeah, I would appreciate it so much. Thank you. Yay.
Awesome.
Yay. So there.
Oh, look, nice. I know, that's so fun. I thought it was so great when you wrote that, Nancy. Like, you had never written stories, books, or anything before, and then here you just happen to be, sitting there, an American English speaker with Tamil words just flying all around you, and somehow your voice and all of your like processing of your experiences, I just saw it all come out in such a beautiful way in that book. Yeah, truly. So great.
Yeah. The protagonist in my book, which is sort of she's like me, but she's much cooler than me. I'll put it that way. I made her Catholic. I didn't touch on the Worldwide Church of God cult at all. I just kind of made her Catholic, and she's like, well, religion is kind of, I'm just going to brush off religion. So again, I don't touch on it much. It's more my relationship to the people of South India. And, you know, it's this love story. And yes, there's smut in there. If anyone is curious, I have some nice steamy sections, which my husband likes to remind me of. So enjoy it. Enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what I wrote, but I hope you like it. So Velikari. It means foreign girl or white girl, because when Patty and I were in India, everywhere we went, not only would people try to take selfies with us, but people kept calling us, kept saying, oh, a Velikari, Velikari, oh, selfie, man, selfie. And we finally asked, what does Velikari mean? And it means like white girl or foreign girl. And so that's what we were to people. And we thought that's a really cool name. It's a Tamil name for, we were foreigners. We were in a land we didn't know. Pro smut. Yay.
Pro smut.
Of course I wrote about smut. Yeah.
Of course.
Good stuff. Yeah.
Nice. little update here.
Yay. Yeah, take us away, Pats. I did put the link in there. I did go through, right? Neil of the 604 Atheist.
Oh, good.
Oh, D is here.
D is here. Great.
Hey.
Yay. Okay, let's see here. What am I missing of
You
comments?
can still jump on if you'd like to, hon. Oh,
82nd here.
Oh, thank you. Yay.
God, what does that mean? 82nd here. Is there a tracker of how many people have been here?
I don't know.
I don't know. What is this? Yeah, you guys look like very young too. Oh, do we? We look young? Thank you.
We're not young, but thank you.
I'm 44. Nancy's 42. Yeah. And there you go. Let's get that up on screen. That is Neil's channel. Check out Neil's channel.
We're in our 40s, not our first rodeo. So we've been around the block a few times, especially me. Ooh. Oh, yeah. Get to some of those comments, Patty. Nice and spicy. Woo.
Oh, really? I'm getting there.
Oh, my God. We love you all.
Toolman, you have a lot of stories. Yep. You were in the same cult as we were. So that would be great. We should have you on again. I think you even said, you're like, I could talk for 3 more hours. And I'm like, I believe you. So let's do it again. Let's do
Denny,
that.
we should collab. I mean, we have your interview done, but now, yeah, we definitely want you to collab with us on some topic. So we'll find a space for you for sure, honey. Thank you.
All right, Aunt Jer, thank you for being here.
Were you able to learn Tamil, Kannada, or Malayalam while you were stuck out there? The best way to learn language is by immersion, sometimes involuntarily. I agree. I know very little Tamil. My husband is actually not real familiar with Malayalam. He speaks like 7 languages, including those 3. His mother tongue is Kannada, but he mainly speaks Tamil, if that makes sense. Tamil is, if you want to greet someone, you say vanakkam. I know it sounds like vanakkam. I'm a 12-year-old. Vanakkam, sort of like, well, namaste is actually Hindi, which a lot of people do speak in India, but that's more so like North India. So yeah, Tamil is definitely spoken most often in Tamil Nadu, the state. And that's amazing that you know that too, hon. Aunt Jar, have you been to India?
Yeah, totally.
Because those are all Indian languages that many people are not familiar with, but Tamil is actually one of the oldest languages.
You see Dee's here? I think you said that, right?
Yeah, Dee is here.
Dee from Stacy's Mom podcast. Welcome. Thanks for popping in.
Still
so glad you saw it in time.
Yeah.
Oh, and Carrie Ann, I think this was corrected to say Jer twice in one day. Aw, y'all have been hanging out in the same places, huh?
Oh, yay. That's the way it goes, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Then, Carrie Ann, we're real close. 46th of December. Oh, my birthday's in December too.
Oh, yay. Party.
Yeah. I know. Closing in on 45. Oh, goodness. Let's see here.
40s are the new 20s.
Yeah. Welcome back, Ollie. We got the link in there, bud.
Thanks, Ollie.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and thanks for your smoke when we were up in Canada. Got
Yeah,
to
Patty was
smoke a little weed out of the biggest, longest pipe I've ever seen. I mean, seriously, it was like, it was amazing.
take that out of context. Yeah.
Oh my God, stop. Okay.
Patty got
All right.
stoned. Oh my God.
Denny's saying, my story is so unbelievable, it would only work as fiction too. I mean,
Right.
how many people here were so enculted? So enculted, I like that. They spent the night watching HWA's Tomb.
That's right.
Okay,
That fucking
you said,
story.
yeah. I think you covered this in your interview, but sat with your dad next to Herbert, our cult leader, Herbert W. Armstrong's grave, thinking he was going to raise from the dead that day.
No fucking joke, Denny. There was a crazy story. Again, for anyone who just popped in, Toolman is Denny Azaredo. We interviewed him on our channel. He was maybe the third person on there, and he's got a crazy story. So yeah, listen to it. We'll be hearing from him again, probably from Brazil. Yeah. He knew Herbert W. Armstrong personally, our cult leader. Yeah.
Right.
Yep. That was very.
Oh, yep. Our social media manager, Jay, turning 46 next week.
Yay! 40.
Yeah, I know. And you know what?
40s, yes.
For us cult kids, like we really need to make little WCG cult kids. We need to make a big deal about our birthdays. I know Jay has said this and I feel this way. It's like really hard to make a big deal about myself or even acknowledge it or feel like I could ask people to give me something, do something with me. It just feels so weird to be like, look at me, guys. But I know that was all the cult conditioning. So it's like, yeah, it's our job now to celebrate ourselves and to celebrate each other on our birthdays.
Yay. Because we're all valid, we're all important, and we all have our own life experiences that even maybe just one thing that connect with somebody else, it'll help them out. I mean, you just never know. We don't want to shut our voices down if it could help someone else. Oh, Stacy might be on here now too.
Oh, really? Oh my gosh, it's a party. It's a party.
Yay! You ladies can hop on anytime.
Take that one out of context too.
We did interview on the Stacy's Mom podcast recently with both Stacy and her mom Dee, and that was a blast. We met them both at Baja Con as well. Go check them out if you have not seen their channel already.
Hey, we're happy you opened it up too. I assume you mean just now to find the notification that we were live.
Yes. Well, that's how it goes for me too, right? Same with you probably too, Patty. Well, everyone. Yeah, you pop on YouTube and all of a sudden there's like 5 different people with live streams. I'm like, oh shit, I want to pop in here and see what's going on. Say hi.
It's so hard to be so popular, guys. Did I do it right?
Sure, I'll take it. Yep.
It looks like Stacy's here too. We know Dee's here already. Hi back. Welcome.
If you ladies pop on, I need another bottle of wine. That's for sure.
Oh dear. Yeah, we're trying to talk with Stacy's Mom podcast and see if we can make a little recurring family reunion with the sisters and the Stacy's mom and Stacy.
Daughter.
Yep. Awesome. There was a couple more India things here too. Let's see. Aunt Jer
studied Hindi. Okay. Or Hindi, excuse me. Yeah. Don't use it, use it.
Yeah, unfortunately. And
the Tamil Kings. Nobody messes with the Tamil Kings.
What's that?
Tamil is one of the oldest languages. They had the Chola dynasty, which is also one of like the oldest dynasties in the world. And if anyone is familiar with Sri Lankan history, which my second novel to this one, I'm writing about the Sri Lankan Civil War because I think it's very important that we talk about that situation. It was a war that, well, some people say it went on for 30 years. A lot of people think it went on a lot longer. But the situation was, Sri Lanka is filled with the Buddhist Sinhalese, and then they have the minority Tamils up there in the north. And the Tamils, which, they're also in Tamil Nadu of South India, they wanted to create their own state of Elam. It's a long, convoluted history there. It was a very bloody battle that the world doesn't really know about. So the Sri Lankan Civil War is definitely worth talking about. So that will be in my second book. Obviously, it'll be fictionalized, but I think it's very important. And now, it was crazy. I started writing this book, and then all of a sudden, I had a whole shitload of friends from Sri Lanka. So it worked out. But yeah, the Tamils, yeah, they're definitely worth checking out as far as history goes. Yeah, Monty.
Wow. Okay, let's see what else we got
Yeah,
here.
Okay. I think my hubby just walked in, so I could even ask him.
Yeah.
Yeah, Stacy's mom's podcast is wild. Yes. I know. Every time I watch their show, I get that song in my head too. Stacy's mom. Oh,
Ollie.
young
54.
pup.
Happy birthday. I don't know. I just like being an adult because in school, they put you super categorized by age. And so you feel like, oh, I'm a fourth grader. I don't associate with third graders.
Right?
It's so silly. I love the multi-age and like being an adult. It's like, yeah, we're just all adults and it's okay.
I never understood why adults kept telling me, oh, they're in a different grade. Why don't you hang out with people your own age? Didn't we all hear that as kids? Or maybe it was just our generation. I'm just like, but I always hung out with people older or younger. I was never my own age. What's wrong with it? We learn from everyone.
All right. Oh yeah. I know that's a song. I have to figure that out. It was like when was that popular? Sorry, the comment on the screen. Sheldon is saying the name Stacy's Mom podcast is wild and I love it. And I love that song too.
Stacy's mom has got it going on. You don't know that one?
No.
No?
I don't exist in the real world. Sorry.
maybe that came out after you were. I don't remember what year that came out, but yeah. Hey, babe,
Nancy, do you want to read that one?
I think my husband should read it.
Okay.
Come here, babe. We're live. It's funny. Okay, we have a question. Do they have the wala suffix in Tamil or Kannada or Malayalam, meaning man like chaiwala, tea man? Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
Yeah? What's there?
The wala is in Hindi. But you have a different one for Tamil, Kannada, and Malayalam.
Okay, wala is Hindi, but there's a different one in Tamil. Yeah, okay. There's a suffix. Okay. Oh, this woman has studied Hindi, so she knew about all these Indian languages here. Yeah. Okay. Awesome. Okay. I'll learn at some point. I'm probably a bad daughter-in-law. I should probably learn Tamil. Ipari Irakinga. You greet someone. How are you?
Here's a comment from Carrie. I think this is when we were talking about birthdays and celebrating ourselves. Yes. I don't know, whatever. Yeah, but celebrate every little thing you can. Life's too unpredictable not to,
right.
In my opinion.
Right.
I mean, right? Yeah, even.
Don't aggrandize yourself, Patty. Don't you fucking yourself.
Well,
it's all God's glory, not ours.
Isn't that so sad? Like a kid can't even feel like proud of a thing they did. They have to say that God did it. Blah. So yucky and wrong.
I think that was a pretty powerful episode that we had put out about birthdays, Pats. I know it was audio only, but it just kind of shifted something in me. It was like, yeah, why wouldn't you want to see your own children so happy because of something that you gave? It doesn't have to be something tangible either. Maybe taking them even to the park, just spending time with them, just something to let them know, a reminder that, hey, yes, you are special. You are valid. You are worthwhile.
Yeah. Gosh. I can't imagine not making a child feel special. Okay. Did you two become atheists together or separately? From Sheldon. I guess separately.
Well, I was technically always atheist. I never actually believed in a God. I guess Patty did at one point, but it was kind of like getting away from everything Christian-y. Yeah, we were a few years apart, but yeah, we both found our way separately. We definitely didn't like connect the two. In fact, Patty and I didn't talk for years, right? Or at least not a lot. Like it wasn't.
I don't know. We were doing our life in our 20s.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. You lived with me off and on, and
that's true.
You were around a little bit when I had tinies at home, my babies.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. That was right across the street from you. Yeah. Be famous. Hey, Monty, you're about to be famous. Guess what? We're going to be talking about your dick pretty soon on our episode. So I'm going to be asking you, how does it feel to have your dick be famous? Yeah. So you know how hard it was to find a man in this country that is not circumcised. Holy shit. I know my husband's not, but he wasn't going to be on the channel. But yeah, my friend Monty is going to be on it. We needed the uncircumcised perspective. So can I, my baby?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yes. Good. Know how much they're cared about. Yes, Chad Harris from Shiny Happy People. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
That's
yeah.
awesome. That is awesome. Yes. Oh, we got everyone here. Yeah. Matt, Crystal. We got Casey. We got Aunt Jared. Oh, great.
We've got like 3 conversations going at once.
Yeah.
My Hindi teacher told us a story about someone visiting Washington State from India. They were amused to meet someone from a town nearby called Walla Walla.
Oh.
So that person was a Walla Walla Walla.
Oh, that's amazing.
What does that mean?
I love it. Yeah.
What does that mean?
Isn't there a Walla Walla, Oregon too? Like Fort Walla Walla from Oregon Trail? Am I wrong?
I mean, it would all be out here, I guess.
Yes.
That's funny. I love wordplay stuff. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's too bad Joel of Mr. Difficult is not here. He is big into languages.
I don't know what this was in reference to, but basically anything. Yeah, the answer. It's always because of imperialism. Man,
really, that can be, that can pertain to anything. Absolutely. Yes. Yeah. Oh, good. You did not have your son mutilated. Good for you.
Oh, okay.
That's.
Yep. I mean, I think there needs to be a lot of space held for mamas that did do that to their babies, or parents that did do that to their babies. I mean, it was just how we did it, you know. And it's a tough one. It's a tough one to think about later. Let's see. Oh, yes. Carrie Ann. Oh, it's fun, and you're the grandma out of 4 that she always smiles for. Aw, I bet you're a fun grandma. Yay. I've only got a 13 and 15-year-old, so hopefully no time soon for me. A lot of good stuff here.
Yeah, let's give it a little bit more time.
Oh, Carrie Ann liked hearing Sumana on the stream.
Oh, I tried to get him on.
He didn't want to show his face.
Look at you. This is him, though. There he is. There he is.
I mean, I literally traced his face for that. So
you did, actually. Oh,
let's see. Monty. Do things that would have gotten you burned as witches 400 years ago. Yep.
Yes, correct.
I'll still do things that would, well, maybe not burn, but get me called a witch, I suppose. Let's see.
I saw a nice meme recently that said they didn't burn witches, they burned women.
Oh, that's super important to hear.
Very powerful. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Thanks, Monty.
There's a question.
No, that's not too personal.
No.
Neither.
No religiousness in my partner.
In fact, yeah. Well, you can speak for your own hubby here, Pats. But yeah, mine was raised obviously in India, and his parents are Hindu, but they're more cultural Hindu than anything, if that makes sense. Like they go through the rituals. It's I don't know if they actually believe in all that, but their deity is Ganesh. My husband, he's kind of more agnostic in the fact that he just doesn't. he doesn't give a shit either way. But he gets a little aggressive sometimes, and he listen, like he'll overhear me if I'm like listening to Matt Dillahunty or something. He'd be like, God, Christians are fucking idiots. So I'm like, he's on board with this concept. It's really not personal for him. So he doesn't care either way. He's busy living his life, and he doesn't have any religious shame or anything like that. So
yeah. No
Yeah.
religiousness over here anymore, at least, which is great.
Well, you and your hubby were pretty deep into purity culture, like when you met.
Yeah,
And
that ruled my whole teenage years.
But you both
Definitely.
found your way out kind of like at the same time, right? As you said earlier, like the vase started to crack for the two of you at the same time. I thought that was amazing.
But in different ways and not dependent on each other either. It's so, I mean, I think I so appreciate how many deconstruction channels there are out there, just getting people's stories. You know, I mean, I feel like that's what we need, just to be able to kind of come up with these ways that people got stuck in it. But more importantly, the ways that people get out. Like, what was it? What made that crack happen? You know, because it's like, if we can figure that out, well, let's use that and see if we can free all the people. Well, that's one thing I did with my kids, right? You know, they're like, this is the church, this is the steeple, open the doors, whatever. I always did it with my kids.
Free all the people.
And free all the people.
I remember that as a kid, like, see all the people. You're like, no, free all the people. It's a fucking jail.
Open those doors.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, intact, gang.
Yay. Yay.
I wish
We
you knew
love
me before, but I'm not
foreskin.
sure I'd come on to talk, though. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that'd be quite the internet debut, wouldn't it? I'm just gonna
Well,
talk
if you're going to
about
come on a
my
channel
penis.
anywhere to talk about your dick, this would be the channel to go to. Or Stacey's
Yeah.
Mom Podcast, they'd be down.
Would they? I don't
Oh,
know.
I'm sure.
I still wonder
think
about the monetization piece.
I think it's an important topic. It's a really an important topic. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Carrie Ann's got a point here too. This is definitely something we have to think about in the intactivist world too. Because yeah, there can be issues, especially, well, and I would say probably when people are older and maybe the care and cleaning isn't as good, that can definitely become a problem. Carrie Ann, you and I will have to talk. We can get into the nuances of that, I suppose, right? I know it's a big topic, right? You know, but I for me, it's a bodily autonomy issue entirely. Yeah.
My husband did just fine. He's had his whole life. So does, well, the majority of the world still has theirs. It's just, I think the Abrahamic faiths that definitely do it for sure. Yeah. But bodily autonomy thing, we feel, penis owners should be given the choice whether they want that done or not. So,
yeah.
And there's all kinds of nerves in there too. Yes.
Oh, I know. Well, I guess that's an episode to look forward to.
Well, that's okay. Out in a few weeks, so yes.
Yeah.
Monty will be on there, so will Jason.
Yeah, that one might be more end of the year, I think. Well, I guess that is a few weeks. But let's see here. Toolman, Walla Walla Walla, tail, tail, tail. Or maybe backside of backside. All right. Yay for wordplay.
Yay.
Oh, there's a said they had no choice in if my brother and I were circumcised. The doctor just said, you want it, it's done, according to the story. I don't know what to believe. Yeah, I mean, it definitely became where it was just done so routinely that it wasn't hardly asked. You know, it was like, here's your stack of papers to sign, Mom and Dad, and you sign it. And then that was one of them, you know? Yeah. Let's see. Ooh, we're going to get serious here. Do you consider circumcision mutilation?
If they're not given a choice, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think an elective surgery, anyone, if they're of an age that they can choose such a thing for them, I guess I'm not going to call it mutilation if they're, well, I don't know. There's like connotations with that word, you know, but it's the autonomy piece. So if you're doing it without someone's consent,
right,
and they didn't want it done, well, then yeah.
My issue is too, people would have a problem, especially in this country, if people did it to females. You know, if vulvas got like circumcised, there's a way to do it. And they still do it in Africa in certain spots. And just, yeah, it all comes down to consent. We did not give consent for you to alter my genitals in that way. If you want to do it as an adult, go for it. But
yeah. Well, yeah, Carrie's going to have more comments here too. But Dee is saying, saw a 60-minute style show and it showed the difference between, the cry of a newborn getting circumcised and a normal cry. It traumatized me. I decided before I was even pregnant, I could not eat. Right? Yeah.
yes.
That's so hard.
Yeah.
Yep. Carrie saying, stepkids for me only. Yeah, okay. Too traumatized from my youth to ever feel good about bringing a life into the world, and too many here who aren't already cared for. Absolutely. And all of the banning on abortion is making me worry about doorstep babies even more. Yeah.
Even
Let's
in
love
my
all those
own
babies.
town, there's a woman who our tenant, my husband and I live in a duplex, and we have a tenant on one side. Her friend has literally just adopted another baby because it had been abandoned outside of the fire department, and so she took it in. It's going to happen more and more.
That's so sad. Wow. Okay, so I'm seeing these comments about circumcision come flying in. So what that tells me is this is a hot button topic, and I would like to say that I can be nuanced about it, but I do have pretty big feelings. So this would be really good, y'all. So because Dee says, no, I don't actually consider it mutilation. It was the cry that did it for me. That's fair. And, you know, I think this might be a moment for definitions too. Like when the word mutilation is used, we all have baggage attached to it, which we can use to like use emotional baggage of words to like manipulate each other a little bit, you know. But so yeah, to have some of these conversations, we really want to go back to definitions about that.
It really just falls under the same category with if you want to get a facelift, as long as you're making the choice to get a facelift, fine, fucking do it. That's that more power to you. You made that choice to have it done. It'd be like, if I didn't give you permission to fuck with my face, well, yeah, that's overstepping the bodily autonomy.
Yep, for sure. This is Sheldon. I'm fully intact because my dad stepped in and told my mom to let me grow up first and decide for myself. I called him a few years ago and thanked him. Well, yeah, that's a great story. I mean, how nice is that to have been given the choice? Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Yes. It really is a topic that I think, needs to be talked about in the US more, and episode coming. So,
Yep. Let's see here. The teens are fine for purity culture. Later, it gets a little fucked up. That's an interesting way to think about it.
It's very true.
I guess, yeah, boy, that makes me want to like jump right into that. Because I guess my thing with my kiddos has always been like, I want them to have information. I want them to know that they own their body. And I just have always felt like if they know that it's their body, no one else gets to do anything that they don't agree to it. And, you know, they've got all of the good information about the emotional aspects, the STD aspects, and all of that stuff. You know, it's like, I guess to me, if I can tell that my kids have a good head on their shoulders about it, that makes me feel pretty good. And I don't know that I would like preach a purity culture message to them directly, but definitely like think it through, like know what you're about, know that you can say no at any moment. I don't know. I could ramble on about it, but yeah, I don't know. I want my kids to feel empowered to go do what they want to do with whoever they want to do it. But I want to trust their judgment and risk assessment abilities enough that I can kind of feel like I can trust that in them. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Good mama bear.
Well, I don't know. I mean, there's no manual for this, right? There's no manual for being a parent, and we're all trying to figure it out, and we're all working with our own traumas, our own unresolved things, you know? Like this is hard work.
I don't know how the fuck you do it.
I mean, but for so long, parenting was just like cram kids into boxes and make them fit, and then they'll be fine and safe in the world. And it's like, we are past that now. I don't want to cram kids into boxes anymore. I want kids to be able to explore, and I want the world to be made of more interesting shapes than boxes.
Yeah. Oh, that was beautiful.
Oh, you know, it happens every now and again.
Oh, wonderful comments, you guys.
Did it and going to again, Sheldon. Oh, I don't know what that's referencing. Well, if Jay, if you're still on, feel free to say what that was about. Oh gosh, y'all are busy. Okay. Well, there we go. Yes. Carrie Ann. Yes, these are the reasons that I'm so willing to be nuanced about my position and have a talk with you about this.
I'll have to ask my husband if that's ever happened. But okay, Pat, you remember our friend, like anyone who's read my novel or are going to, there's a character in there known as the Becker character. Well, she's based off a real person. We took a trip to Scotland of all places. And she just kind of had a random, one night stand with a guy, and obviously he's uncircumcised because they don't really do that in Europe. And she said the smell was pretty bad. So I get it. Like if you're not cleaning that shit,
yeah.
It's
obviously cleaning.
Cottage cheesy.
What's the word you said in our one episode about silence to swearing?
I don't remember.
Smegma.
Smegma. Oh,
I know, because that was the one that you had to put in my reaction to that.
Oh, your reaction was gold, Pat. You're like, oh, smegma. No. But it's there as natural lube, so as long as you're cleaning that shit, Yeah. Oh, so many great comments.
I know, y'all are amazing. Yeah, I don't think America has ever sufficiently talked about circumcision. Definitely room for conversation. Well, yeah, we've been too stuck in our purityness, and then also it's a thing that makes money, so it gets a little more protected.
Yeah.
Obviously,
it's a hot topic. So, and yes, so obviously, comment earlier about yes, they do remove like the clit or G spot in Africa. Yes, but I feel like they uncircumcised females in Africa too, as well.
There's a range of what that procedure is like, but it is usually a religious thing, from what I understand.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, we banned that, but allow the male circumcision, right?
Yeah.
Soap and warm water every day for foreskin gang isn't as hard as it may seem.
Yay! I love the foreskin. No lube needed.
And Carrie Ann, I think it is a violation of bodily autonomy. Yep.
I agree, Carrie.
Totally. Yeah. Thank you for that.
Our body, our choice. Yep.
Oh yeah, Lacey. What do you mean, Jay? Oh yeah. About going on the show. Oh yeah, there we go. What do you mean, Jay? Right. Okay, here we go. Here's the answer about going on the show. Yeah.
Oh yes.
Yep.
Yeah. Change mind, Sheldon.
Yeah. Check out our episode on masturbation that features Jay as our trusted male perspective.
If you have foreskin, apply now.
Oh, here we go. So Sheldon knows that when Africa it's the clit, they mutilate. Basically, the engine in the car is removed. Right. My understanding is the external parts of that more than internal parts of that body part.
Yeah, there's a lot more we can look up about this. That's crazy. Oh my God.
Here we go.
Yeah, let them decide. Yep, agreed.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I don't consider it mutilation. I think of it as corrective surgery. Not sure if you noticed, most are depicted hard for a reason. It looks like a maggot. What? It looks like a maggot when hanging. Okay, so it's not exactly what you're saying, but I have heard that apparently there are women, like sometimes women, well, I shouldn't say just women, but sometimes women in Europe are actually very confused when they see an American man's circumcised, flaccid penis because it's confusing to them because their way of understanding it is if you can see the tip, that means it's hard. And so it doesn't make sense to them that you can see it when it's not. So a maggot, that's not very nice though, Carrie.
You remember that? That reminds me of like one episode of Sex in the City where it's like the ladies are talking like, I am so circumcised, my kids. I do not want girls out there calling my son a Shar-Pei. There was so
Oh,
much.
I forgot
It was
about
like
that.
a Shar-Pei. You don't remember that episode? It was funny. But okay, so example, like my husband, he's from India. They don't do that there. He's going to the gym, and he said there's all these like old white dudes walking around, like their dicks hanging. He's like, why do they look so weird? To him, they look weird because he's not used to the dip showing, you know.
Well, that's why we all think, oh, that's such a weird looking body part. It's just we don't see it as often.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm used to it now, and I love it. So you know.
Mm-hmm. Toolman, the circumcision argument has to deal with tradition, religion, faith, and the family. I wasn't, but my dad wasn't either till he was in his 30s.
Oh,
and my family roots DNA-wise goes back to the Sephardic Jews. Is that right? Yeah. Fascinating. Let's see, then we've got Aunt Jer. There's a variety of procedures done in Africa. Some of the more extreme involve sewing it shut. The first time they have sex, they don't unsew it, if you know what I mean. Wow, that's horrifying. Can we just like have a second for that?
Yep.
I mean, y'all.
Yeah, that's bad.
Humans.
Yeah, yes.
Little boxes on the
hillside. On the hillside, little boxes made of ticky-tacky little boxes on the hillside. And they all look just the same. Are we talking about dicks?
Oh, no. Yeah, that's some dark things. Re-sew it and keep repeating the process. Like, really? Honestly, the things that humans have thought of to do to each other is just like, why though? Okay.
Why are we fucking with other people's body parts is my
I
question.
know. But I would like to think we're learning. We keep getting better, right? We do.
I think we're getting better. Yeah.
Come on. We need some hope.
Yeah.
But it's true. We do keep getting better. I really do think. You know, there are a lot of things we used to do we don't anymore.
Yeah.
I don't know. A sideshow. Sideshow.
Are we talking dick size?
I don't know.
Sure. We could. It's not the same as cleaning your balls for the circumcised, though. Isn't that, wait, where does smegma originate from? Isn't it under the balls, or is that just like tip of the penis, all that that gets in there?
I'm not really going to conjecture about that. I just don't want to. Okay, just teach basic hygiene. It's not that difficult. Tell them it's not gay to touch your own penis to clean it. Oh, for fuck's sake. Yeah, okay, that's really interesting that you say that. Because we discovered, getting ready for that masturbation episode, that anything we could find in our church's literature about masturbation, it was directly linking it to becoming gay. Like,
yes,
what? I had never heard that before. Blew my mind.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, D had to go probably a little while ago now.
Bye, D. Sorry. Yeah, we'll meet up with you again soon, honey. Yeah. If you have foreskin, you have everything. I do have everything. I have my husband's.
Oh my god. Okay, Nancy. Well, I guess we're not monetized anyway, so whatever.
Fine. We're talking foreskin. I'm like it. Oh, it's personal taste, like shaving pubes. Yes, a personal thing meant to be decided when it makes. Yeah.
I could get on board with that. I could get on board with that.
Totally. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm liking where this is going.
I know. Sheldon's asking Jay, are you the guy that was in the Shameless Sex podcast with the Oh, did Jay respond? Oh, Jay might have had to go. I don't know. I'm not aware of Jay being on that show, but there could be something that I'm not aware of. So maybe we'll find out.
Now we have to check it out. Shameless Sex podcast.
You know what? I do know what. All right. I'm glad I'm the only one in my house that understands. You mean not the only one? I don't know.
Glad you still got your foreskin, Denny.
Thanks for being here, Denny.
Do they do that?
Oh my gosh, Logan. So it's really pedophilic to make young boys look aroused. Wow, there's a take.
Well, that plays right into the whole, you know, shave junk. If you shave your pubes, huh?
Yeah.
I have not heard that before. That's interesting. Wow.
Yeah. Let's see.
Yes,
here.
the song is still in my head. Little boxes on the hillside.
Oh, is that true? Female circumcision outlawed in Africa? That could
That would be
be.
nice if that's the
The
case.
UN did something.
Okay.
I mean, it's one of those things that I think can fall under like, you know, a religious thing, obviously. So I mean that gets around some of those laws sometimes.
Like your own penis. Gay as hell. I love it.
Is that true? But just gay for yourself? I'm not sure.
And the problem with that is
well, yeah, obviously. Obviously, no. Carrie Ann says, I think offering it as an option as an adult would be fair. I agree.
completely fair. Yes.
Yeah.
Outweigh the pros and cons. Touching a dick when I pee is just
touching a dick is gay. When I pee, I just pray. That's funny.
Oh, that's great. Yes. Shit. I'm gonna lose a battery.
Oh, here's one too. I'm fairly certain women being expected to be hairless is pedo-driven ideas too. I completely agree. Yes. Why are we removing body hair from grown women? It's little girls and boys that have no body hair. Yes, I totally agree with that.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Oh my God, did we do it? I think we did it. Well,
I think
all
we did
18 of you that are here.
Everyone. Wow. We've been on here for what, 3 hours, Pats, or longer? 4, 5, 6, 3 hours.
It's
Woo!
creepy as fuck. Agreed. Oh, and it looks like it was not on any other podcast.
Jason. We know where to find.
No worries.
Okay. Well, I guess this is where we say thank you to everyone for being here. This was a wonderful conversation. I guess circumcision is a hot topic, and obviously we are going to be coming out with a circumcision episode in the next few weeks. And so, yeah, we have a lot to talk about. Well, yeah. Appreciate everyone being here. We love you. We love you. Yeah.
Yeah, appreciate you so much. All right. Are we doing it? Let's see.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, that's just funny.
That is funny.
There we go. Oh, wait.
There you go. Yes.
Y'all are, wait, there's more comments happening. What are you doing?
Oh, exceptionally averages on here. Oh,
there we go. There we go.
I know we can stay on till midnight.
George W.
W.
I've never heard it called that.
Oh my gosh, I love you.
All
yes,
right.
thank you. Good night, everyone. We love you. Thank you for your support.
No, there's more comments. We can't go yet. There's more comments. They're trying to keep us here. But we'll go soon. We'll go soon. Okay, 28 out of 54 countries in Africa. Okay. Thank you for that info. Exceptionally average. They ban female genital mutilation.
Good.
All right. And Aunt Jay, great talk. Thank you so much. Thank you for coming and joining the conversation with us.
Everyone's perspectives. Thank you. Yes.
Congratulations. Thank you, Carrie Ann. Thank you so much. And thank you for all of your engagement with our crazy content. We appreciate you. Thank you, Ollie. And I'm sorry, I'll learn how to YouTube and get more links in the chat next time. I promise.
It's our first rodeo. We're all good.
I know.
Now I have all my regular comments coming through. Holy shit. Okay.
I know.
All right. We love you guys so much. Thank you. Mwah.
Yay. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Thank you, Floyd. Nice to meet you. Oh, Candell. Sorry, I didn't get to talk with you. Thank you for being here. Oh, exceptionally average. Oh, what a great comment. Thank you so much. Logan, thank you too for being here. And thanks for all the engagement. And Toolman, buddy, thank you for being here. Denny, we appreciate you. And hey, Jay, thank you.
Yay!
Thank you so much for being here. And thanks for popping on the screen. And thanks for making all of our amazing promos on the channel. We appreciate you so much.
Yes.
See you soon. And thanks, guys. This was great. All right.
It was.
You all were so great. Go ahead, Nancy.
Great conversation. That was really good. Really good. I love the engagement. Thank you. No, not a single troll. tonight. I know we'll get them at some point. So thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, we kind of lucked out. All right. We appreciate you all. Good night. Thank you so much. Check back this Friday, tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Central. Unpack It. It's episode 14 as we're going through Herbert W. Armstrong's Sex Manual, The Missing Dimension in Sex.
Yay!
All right.
Thank you.
Okay,
Bye.
Bye.